No, you've
people.
got loads of shit to get off your
What's that,
chest.
what's that?
Come on, Mickey. No, not you.
I don't want
Anyone but you.
Which is mental.
You keep saying men's clothing. We've said this for the past like 6 months. Send us links
Here we go.
to the
Look,
clothing.
Oh, should I send a link for
Q.
an
Let's get Q up here.
And no,
Go
I
on,
think
T-shirt.
Kia did mention to me yesterday that he's gonna start doing the clothing, but again, there's a whole shit ton to come before clothing.
Right. Hello, people.
Oh fucking hell, here he is.
Oh, fucking hell.
Make
Alright.
boosting great again.
Right. I've got some people in my ear right now still. Addy says make boosting great again. That's one thing. Yeah.
Tell
You can
Addy
write
suck
that
my
down.
dick.
She says suck my dick, even though she doesn't really have one. So what do you want to do with that information? Negative. That's a negative, he says. So we've got ban Q, we've got buff boosting, hyphen fuck off Addy. My point. Cameron's thought. Alright, back to the main thing. Yo, this is very insignificant, but paintball needs a nice little buff still. I won't lie to you, because
What's wrong with
specials.
But yeah, but
Specials are
we can't
so
use
boring.
R class 3s in there because you need to rack them.
No, yeah, but okay, Marie, you can. You just have to make it so there's two of those guns. One of them doesn't need to be racked. Do you get what I'm coming from? You can create another copy of a gun and make it so it doesn't need to be racked in game. But
Yeah,
either
that's
way,
what Keo did with the Mark II.
yeah. So okay, that's one point. Yeah, I just feel like paintball needs a little bit of love still. I won't lie to you.
You need to get out of paintball, man.
Also, fucking nerf your little cars, bro. Your cars do like 280, yeah? They float on water. What the fuck do you want us to do?
No, they
The
don't.
water
They've
thing
been
got
fixed.
fixed.
Alright, Senezi, next time I want to do island, I want to take your car and I'm just gonna float there, innit? No worries.
You can. It's fixed.
Right. Even the Highcade Evo and the Trackhawk don't float or bounce anymore.
Lie, Mike L
Trackhawk
notes,
used to
man. What
bounce.
the fuck can me, bro?
What? Teach Q how to drive?
I'm
Yeah.
the best driver in city. Allow it.
Apparently the track
I'm just hearing you moan about cars, though, so maybe it's the driver, not the car.
Hey, I'm hearing
Well,
you
I'm
moan,
saying.
but I don't know about what. Oh.
Just
Yeah,
talking about it
just-
in the meeting.
Alright, that's me done stuff. If I think of anything, I'll request in it. Thank you guys. Bye.
Are you lot got your hands up or no? Tom, put
I
your
might
hand
put
up.
my hand up and ask
No,
for
put it up.
boost to the track.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking hell,
Let's
everyone's
get
putting their
Marshall.
hands up.
Let's
Oh,
get Marshall in there.
Marshall.
Put your hand
Come
up
on,
and ask for
Marshall.
You all
mate.
love me, you
your
know it.
contract.
Okay. I have notes here because I'm a
Not this
businessman
guy.
like that.
Not this guy.
Okay.
Oh, fucking hell.
I know. Let's make stuff less car based because I feel like every 5 seconds I hear people whining about cars. Oh, my car's not good enough. Blah, 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 blah. That's my suggestion.
Right.
What, so you've just written that down on your notes? One sentence?
And that was the end of it. That's like the last thing on my list, but I just wanted to make that first. Also, get more stuff up in like Palito and Sandy area to get stuff out, like, more out of city, if that makes any sense. Because it seems like it's all centered
Waiting
in
for
city.
Cammy to finish fruit picking.
Yep.
Which is in
can't-
Palito.
That's already done. I sent you that as well, I think.
No, you didn't.
Okay, I'll send it you now.
Okay, and the last thing I was going to bring up is get guns harder to get because I feel like KO gets you like 5 guns and I feel like everyone's walking around with like class 3s.
KO does not get you 5 guns, mate. I can assure you, KO does not give you 5 guns.
I've
I
done
hit
KO when I
KO
was
and
gang
get a
member.
class 1
I've
and
got
class
5
2.
guns before.
It's RNG, but let me tell you, my KO drops. I get 1 class 1 and 1 class 2, mate. I get fuck
I
all
almost
from
got really
KO.
lucky because I got 4 class 3s now.
What? Hey, yo,
Wait, so wait,
I
say
think you
that
should
again?
pull one out. Yeah. Everyone go hands Josh Marshall. He's got 4 class 3s.
No, don't do that. Okay. And last thing, Cammy send me the files. Goodbye now.
Yep, card.
Don, with the weapon tints and stuff like that, there is something coming in. We do have someone working on stuff like that.
No, it's just he's American, and so it's hard to try and find like time where we're
Fucking
both
tell me
awake.
about it.
Yeah,
Stayed
but
up till 7
it's
o'clock one
in
morning.
the works. Yeah.
Who else? Let's get... Oh, no. Do we div it?
Who?
Oh, no, he's gone. Never mind. I was going to get Billy Smith up here, but he's gone. Let's get Sherry.
Bam.
Go on, Sherry.
Yo, what's good, gangsters?
Oh, for fuck's
Um,
sake.
Oh, let me turn this guy down.
Okay, I'll turn my mic down. Right, all I'm gonna say is I want headshot multis and crouch shooting.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, it was easy as that. Danny. Come on, Danny. Come on, Danny.
Hello, Cammy. So two things mainly I'd be looking for is more for Civ stuff. So we've got the golf, which people do use. No idea about
Wait,
the
do you have
theme
your hand
park.
up, you
Sorry.
say?
Theme park
Um,
DLC.
Alright, yeah, just wait for it.
Got
Wait
two
for it.
suggestions. Yeah, but nah. No, so we
Please,
could have
thank
more
you,
stuff
thank
for
you,
Civs,
thank you
even
for
stuff
saying
like,
that.
I know that's a bit more complicated, like cinemas, you've got go-kart track to be open more often. That could
Guys,
even be a
you've got
business
drivers,
if not
fucking
for
do it,
someone.
bro.
Go-karting could be quite a nice thing.
Yeah.
At the minute, I
Not
don't
a
feel...
whole-
I can't do it.
We did have a go kart
You used to
in.
be able to, not
It
anymore.
didn't. No one used it. We had a whole drift cart in. Island.
Yeah.
No one used it.
Like in another city I was in.
At the
Yeah.
moment, it just seems like there's not a lot for Civs to do. So quite simply, they just roll around with class 3s and cause chaos. There's not like a fine line between gangs and Civs a lot of the time. So I feel like if there's more for Civs to do, they're going to want to be Civs more.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be my sort of suggestion. And I
Sure.
know obviously
Riding safari.
I'm very on board with what obviously I know Mickey will hopefully pop in and say as well about one of the businesses. I'll let Mickey sort that one.
Mhm.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
To be fair, me and you were literally just speaking about this before this.
Yeah, literally said the exact same thing. Make PDM cars cheaper for starter people. Hmm. We could probably get like one car be like a starter car price, realistically.
Asbo. Made that Asbo like 5k.
Yeah, so they've just got a car.
But then I feel like the only issue is dependent. You've got to do it like smart, right? Because you don't want to make a car 5k and then it have like ridiculous trunk space and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Mike said up the starter cash. Well, I mean, if you go to the casino, you get 10k every time you like your first spin anyway. It's like guaranteed you get 10k.
Guys, I think I'm going to the wrong casino. You get guaranteed 10k.
I was
That's
about
mental.
to say that. I get nothing.
Come on,
more
Baldy.
food places.
Crazy.
Yeah, of course you'd say that.
More food places.
If you want somewhere to eat, I literally posted that the bistro was hiring the past 3 days.
Bet. See you there.
Anything? Okay, he's gone.
Have a bias there.
If you
So
don't
the
have to
server
roll to
announcement for
buffet.
Bistro.
Placeable storage inside property. Apart from the 750 kg that comes with your house, I don't know if it's possible to add any more.
Sorry, invite someone now. I'm trying to eat.
Who's next? Okay.
James Corset.
Hello.
Hello. Two things. Not really important. Just wanted some opinions on them. Really. One of them is the PDM cars. I just wanted to know if maybe if we could get some other PDM cars in there, if you know what I mean, like different type ones, some nicer ones, like more shit boxes, shit like that. If that's even possible, maybe. Because I know there's a few in there, but there's just not
You're talking
many.
about like GTA cars.
I suppose, yeah, because I doubt you guys would put a PDM with like say real life cars, like obviously debadged and shit like that. But just like, because I went to PDM yesterday and I was looking through and like none of them took an appeal to me, if you know what I mean. Like I know there's like a fuck ton of GTA cars that you could add in, possibly. I was just wondering like if we could maybe get a few more in, so there's just like some other options, if that makes sense. I know there's a few in there, but I just thought might be more Civ cars than fucking other people's cars, if that makes sense.
If you get us a list of like GTA native vehicles that are not in PDM that you want to see in PDM, we'll put them in. As long as they don't have like guns and or fly or anything.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we can sort that.
My second thing is, it's not something to say do it or anything. It's just literally a mere suggestion. But I was just chilling yesterday, and I thought to myself, there's quite a lot of gangs and even some civs. They just roll around with class 3s. Like, it's standard. MM do it, Sinners, we do it, Ballers do, and all them lot. But it just feels like as soon as you go into, like, say a 15 or something, it's just guns all the time. Like, it's a good thing. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. We have a blast. But what about maybe, I don't know, like a gun wipe? Like, do you know what I mean? Just to, like, start fresh with, if you know what I mean? Like, if you get what I'm trying to say. Just to fucking, you know.
Me doing that.
Well, we did have the weapon degrading in. Do you know, like where your weapons degrade over time? But people found an exploit in which they could fully repair the guns. Because obviously we noticed that that was a thing, so that's why I brought in the decay over time. And then
Yeah.
people found an exploit to fully like repair the guns. But instead, what we've done now is the durability on guns goes down way quicker than it used to. So we're hoping that the more people that use these guns, the less guns they're gonna have, because they're gonna break. Do you know what I mean? There's no way to fix them, which means that once your gun's broken, it's gone basically. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
No,
at least
that's
you
fine.
like no strict, for example, like they don't really shoot. So I bet they're sitting on 15 million guns, but they
probably
don't use them. Do you know what I mean? Whereas like I know for a fact like MM, we go through guns so quick because we're always fighting, and sometimes obviously we lose, which means we get our guns robbed. But even if we don't lose, you know, and they're not carrying like guns that we like, or you know, the guns go down quicker, and you know, do you know what I mean? So it's something that we're trying to keep an eye on, and we're trying to fix it without doing total gun wipe, because there's no way you can do that realistically. Like, do you know what I mean?
Of course. The only reason why I suggested it is because, like from a gang's perspective, like it's all right. Like, say for example, Gambinos and MM, they use guns and fight. It's whether it's you guys win or we win. It's all fun and games. But like personally, for me, like it can get a bit boring going straight into it with guns. And I think there'd be like a bit more fun, bit more RP if it's like not guns, for example. If you're using a knife, a bat, do you know what I mean? It just gives a bit more of a fun experience.
Yeah,
If you get what
we
I'm
are
trying to say,
looking into bringing more melee weapons and probably making the melee weapons easier to get than guns. This is something I've been saying for a while. But I don't know how to add weapons. That's the only thing. Waiting for Keel to teach me how to do that. Once he showed me how to do that, I'll be on it.
Easy.
Yeah,
If you like
Cammy, you
me.
said that.
Weapons is easy.
And you still didn't help me, Cammy.
Oh, Cammy, come on. No, that's all. That's all it was really. It's just them two things. The guns one was not. There's just more of an opinion really, because I just thought it would be a bit fun going. I was literally joking with Cookie yesterday. Imagine going to a 15 with just like knives or something, and it would be funny to see. Like, do you know what I mean? But it's just a suggestion, really.
Yeah, I totally get where you're coming from. Like stuff that we've also thought about. Obviously, what you're bringing up, like we don't seem like we think about many things, but I promise you, we discussed.
All right, that's
yeah, dildo incoming soon, Barney.
Of course, Barney wants that. All right, I'm done.
I
Thank you.
want that as well. I'll be completely honest with you.
I don't like that last one.
What last one?
Taking the timer off between the robberies, like you have to stand around for longer.
It says Finn.
Oh,
Come on, Finn.
Says timer between hit and robbery. And
Hello.
Thank you, Kai.
This is not necessarily well, it's an ask out of the whole community. Recently, we in the EMS we've been called to a lot of active scenes. And we're obviously not supposed to be at active scenes, and sometimes it happens. I don't say that accident won't happen, but we've been called a lot to active scenes. We get there, we start healing someone, then all of a sudden someone runs up to us with guns and saying, active scene, and then we have to run away. So we would just very, very, very much like it if you could think before you send a 311. so we don't get to an active scene and then we get forced to leave just because the scene isn't over.
After the meeting, we'll put out a reminder announcement to tell people not to call EMS until the scene's over.
Finn,
And I
can
know-
you search
yeah.
people?
How do you mean?
Like, can you search? Can you go into their pockets? No.
No, we can't.
Because I know we were in a scene the other day there, and the scene was over. So EMS got called. EMS come, and then the people returned to the scene. And
Yes,
pointed guns.
I remember that
obviously.
happening.
Yeah, they got told off because they're returning to the scene. So it's a bit of an icky one because it's like if someone has called you and then that person returns to the scene, they're not actually in the wrong for calling you, you know?
No, exactly. Because the way I understand the rules, just in general, if you have a phone and can call us, then we can go and help you. So that's why it's very important that if anyone decides to ocean dump people, for instance, or that you really want someone to see the light, make sure to steal the the phones.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we will get there and we will help them. But obviously, if you run up with us with a gun, we have been told in the past that we should, leave at that kind of situation. So that's why it's very important that you always do. Because I talked to someone I think it was one of the Red Gang. I don't know what the gangs are called. And he said that it was kind of an inconvenience to take the phones, and I understand that, but at the same
at the same time, you're there to do a job. If you get called, you're going to do your job.
Exactly. So it's just very important that you take people's phones, otherwise we will get there. And it's very important that you don't call us if the scene is still active, because then we end up in trouble as well. We don't want that.
Yeah, so basically, take the phones, or PD's EMS is going to show up.
Yeah, pretty much. You otherwise it won't count as an ocean dump or a land dump or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and also
Thank you.
if you
Yes.
do take someone to pillbox and you've already done a 3-1.
Yes, because that's something I can inform everyone, because I assume not everyone would know this, but we do have extra charges at Pillbox. We do have a dickhead charge. If you act a fool towards us or people around us, we will charge you more. If you waste our time by calling us, but then you get picked up anyway, we will charge you a waste of time charge. There's another one that's endangerment. We have added an endangerment charge as well. So if you do call us to an active scene, we will charge you because you endangered us. So just know that if you break the rules, you'll lose money, and I will make that bill bigger and bigger if it continues.
And Finn's gonna be sitting there in his mansion with his 12 million cars, just living life, having all your money.
Exactly. Yeah, no, we will take all of your money. We are one of the gang at the end of the day, I suppose. But you aren't allowed to shoot us.
Yeah, no, if you shoot EMS, that's a straight 24.
Yeah. And we will send in clips of that.
Yeah.
But yes, that was really all I really wanted to say, so thank you. I don't know what power gaming is, Mike. Bye!
Bye, Finn.
Why is everyone saying headshot multiplier? Just get good. Just hit all your shots. You don't need a headshot multiplier. Let's get Ferreira.
My go.
Come on, Ferreira.
There's people in the queue, Cammy. Why are you skipping all these people in the queue?
Oh, is that a queue, is it? I just thought it was like alphabetical or something on the row.
Yeah, fuck
it's a
those guys in the queue.
Oh, well, I'm not sticking to a queue. Fuck the queue. Hello, Ferreira.
How you doing, guys? Right?
Yeah, get humble, Bruce.
Hey, I've got a fucking script in front of me again.
That's fucking bananas.
Yeah.
That's coming.
The first one I mentioned, that's a Queenie D the other night or the other week. and I think she put it in the support suggesting things.
Mhm.
Remember in reality cam, the metal detecting script?
That is something I'm looking for.
Yeah, that should be maybe put in for civs, and maybe do like a green thing where people can't rob them being metal detecting, like a gov job kind of thing.
I mean, it'll be a legal job anyway, wouldn't it? So.
Yeah, but so stonewashing and all that shit, but people don't care, do they? Like, stop
But
me
then
doing it,
that's
you know what I mean?
that's when you report it. Whilst you're doing a legal job, you can't get robbed or anything like that unless
Unless you're giving mouth out.
Yeah.
If you give someone a reason to initiate you on you.
If you're constantly saying, "Nah, you ain't gonna rob me," "Nah, fuck you," all of that, then they'll probably rob you. But if you're just there, just hitting a stone with a pickaxe, and someone comes in and hands you, get it on body cam and report it. You get me?
Yeah.
Don't do a Jordan and go, you can't do that. Just
No.
go along with it,
you
clip
need
it,
to be
put
like
it in.
12 times louder.
Am I too
To the
quiet?
Jordan.
Kenny said I'm too quiet.
No, you're fine for me.
Okay.
The next thing, Danny and James have both like mentioned on it, and it's mainly through like being like, you know, working as a mechanic. You see a lot of it. A few points I want to maybe suggest is Civ shouldn't be able to have class 3Es. I think only gangs should have them like a whitelist. And also on that is, I don't think gangs should be hands and civs unless they've got like obviously a genuine reason to do so, and vice versa. Fucking civs shouldn't be going after gang members because it's just not realistic at all. Like,
Realistically speaking, if a group of civs are trying to hands a gang and fight a gang, the group of civs need to, which most of them don't, you all need to wear like identify a piece of clothing. So we had an incident the other night where 3 civs handsed Paul at midnight. Right, obviously he radios the gang pull up. We killed the guy who hands Paul because he was carrying Paul's dead body. And then 2 other civs. How are we meant to know that they're
well, do you want me to tell you what actually happened, or is that what Paul told you?
Paul told us.
What actually happened is Paul tried to hands 3 people on his own.
Oh, did he now?
Yeah.
Did he now?
And then you all turned up like a SWAT team and killed him.
Paul was like, I'm being hands come midnight.
Love you, Paul, but yeah, that was a bit of a.
Wait,
a
so what
lie.
you're saying is when he's got guns aimed at him, he's on his radio?
Basically, Paul
NVL question
tried.
mark?
No, Paul tried to hand someone because
Paul,
they had
it's
a
all
class.
coming out now, mate.
Paul tried
Paul
to
in
hand
there?
someone, and rightly so, because they had a class 3. But then 2 of their boys come from behind him, giggity, and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, if he's got guns aimed at him, he shouldn't be speaking on his radio telling people he's getting hands.
I don't know. But anyway, if he's been hands by 1 civ, right, he's a 1v1. Do you know what I mean? If he had his gun out, he could shoot back, whatever. But the fact is, there was a group of 3 civs all not wearing identifiable clothing that brings them together. Because if one of them 2 other civs that didn't hands Paul, they did shoot us. That's RDM, because how are we meant to know that we killed your boy, if that makes sense? So if you are going to be a civ and you're going to run around like that, you need to put a mask on. You need to wear like a matching outfit. You need to have. That's why we have gang masks. If you're going to be a civ and run like a gang, make you like do you know what I mean? You can't just be a civ and skirt because you're not in a gang, so you don't have to follow the gang rules. You still do have to, partake in being a group if you're going to be a group.
bullshit with class 3s shouldn't be a thing. Like, that's obviously I'm a civ, and that's like a negative way to look at it, maybe. But if, like someone said before, get rid of class 3s. I'm not saying get rid of class 3s, but make them only accessible for gang members, I think. So that way, there's no reason for gangs to be handing civs.
The thing is,
if they've got a gun on them.
Ferrero, if you think about it, in the day, if you're a civ and you're carrying a class 3, the only reason you're doing that is for ego.
That's what I'm saying, and you shouldn't be allowed to. That's what I'm trying to say.
No,
Civs shouldn't be able to have class 3s. Like,
if they want to try and have an ego, they can have an ego. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not about we can't stop civs from having class 3s, but if civs don't want to be pushed by gangs for having a class 3, anything illegal is reason enough to initiate. If someone can see that you've got a gun, that's enough to initiate. If someone sees you selling drugs, literally doing anything illegal, probably other than speeding, because you can't get handed over fucking speeding now. But do you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, can you not?
if
Fuck, I wish you
civs,
told me that before.
if civs don't want to be pressed, or like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's one of them. If you're a civ and you're carrying a class 3, you're gonna get hands by a gang. So the day you're a civ, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I understand that, but I don't think like the problem you have, as you know, is people that get blooded out of gangs and then they become a civ and go on a rampage for like a few weeks until like the cooldowns, set in. But because they've got class 3s, like they go around but rob them more like class 3s, but just I just don't think it should be a thing really. But obviously that's just my take on it. What I've seen at midnight, especially.
It's like Frero. Like, if I see you with a class 3, yeah, I'm gonna press you for it. Do you know what I mean? It's class 3s are all ego. Unless you're doing a heist, if you're carrying a class 3, it's ego. So I don't know. Maybe some people need to be knocked down a few pegs if they want to be a civ and have an ego.
Yeah. Sound. Another thing is, I think I mentioned it last time, and I know like it's like it's a Bitcoin process like to have, but at the moment, I'll be honest, like I'm sure Mickey will tell you more, but if you put his hand up and speak, it's quite unfair how fucking like the stuff you can get done at Benny's takes a lot of people to Benny's, and I won't go into other things, but I was going to suggest having maybe like a plate script, like a license plate script putting in, so people can customize the license plates with in-city cash, and maybe having it at midnight, to get people in, but.
Maybe
Or maybe
aesthetically we can look at something, but in terms of like changing plates and stuff, like we've looked at like having fake plates and shit like that. We can't do it because there's ways of exploit. See, Ferrero, I don't know if you've heard the last community meeting. We can't have so many things because people find a way to ruin it.
Yeah.
Basically, like fake plates, crypto, all these really good ideas. And they are really good ideas, but we can't have them because people find ways to exploit, to duplicate, to just fuck around basically and ruin it for everyone else.
No, I don't mean actual fake plates. I mean so they can customize their own car. Like, say for example, I bought a fucking nice PM the other day, and it said something silly like "baby girl" on the reg, so I ended up getting rid of the car just because of the reg plate. And obviously, I know it's like a personal thing for me, but I haven't got the money in that to get the plate changed. So maybe even look into doing it. Like when people buy properties in the city, they've got to request gov, like estate agents. Maybe have a script where we can get in touch with like someone in government to, obviously with a fee in city, to pay to have our license plate changed, like something more personal. I don't mean like a fake one where you can, fucking milk it and like do jobs and stuff.
So you mean like go to like the DVLA?
It just means instead of paying like the Bitcoin on Debex to get a custom plate, you can pay in-game cash.
Exactly, yeah. Like buying properties kind of thing. Where you can buy properties.
The way like where real estate, if you want a lock on your gate, you pay the 25k or whatever it is, and you get a lock put on your gate at your house.
Yeah.
You want something like that for like the cars, so you can pay in-game currency instead of paying Bitcoin for people that don't have the Bitcoin.
But the thing is, we've never had this before, but the first concern that I'm thinking in my head is, if it was easily accessible to change your plate in city, criminals are just gonna get a bolo on their car and then go and change their plate.
We just do what we do with real estate to a certain extent is we get obviously government do it. We do a log, people get a max amount of numbers of plate change. Maybe something along the lines of that.
Maybe we could talk about it later.
I mean, like you say, never started, but I was always told that was a thing.
Just where we can set it back to default for them people.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I've only done one in the whole time of doing real estate, one gate, but
what?
Apparently, them paying for the gate lock on their house isn't.
Wait, people pay for locks?
It's
Exactly.
probably not the time to talk about it right now. I was saying. Anyway.
Damn.
I'll give you 50k. I'm not adding window cleaning. I'll descript myself window cleaning or shit.
Oh, but I love
Window
window cleaning.
No, your version of window cleaning them is licking them.
Ooh.
That's horrible. That's actually horrible. Get this guy gone.
Anything else?
Yeah, just one more
Sarah?
thing. Again, James also said it just before. I said it last meeting. I don't know if it'd be a big pain in the ass to do, but remember saying, do it. So maybe have another garage. I don't know if you could add it to the PDM you've got, but have like one-of-ones what people can buy for a bit of money. But I don't mean like imports. I mean like GTA law cars. So like rare cars, like so people can buy like rare one-of-ones in city and have like a legalized car. Because when you do boosting, you can get like a one-of-one or like a rare car, but obviously it's not your car to own. So if the police catch you, it gets taken off you.
So you're
Yeah, we
talking
could look
about
at
like
it.
boosting cars maybe being moved into like PDM, but for like a
Yeah,
really
yeah.
expensive price?
Not really expensive, just like maybe do like a thing where you can like I think like the casino car, for example, it should be like a one-off car every time it's a car on there that you can't buy, obviously, and you can't boost on nothing. And also, like I said last time, maybe do it so you can pay for multiple spins, like one spin an hour or something.
So you would pay for casino spins.
Like maybe limit it to like one an hour or 112 every 12 hours instead of being free and having one every 24 hours. Do it so you can pay more money to try and win the car. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we could. I don't know if it's possible, but could look into it.
They've done it on No
You can
Pixel.
do,
They used to do it
yeah.
on No Pixel, yeah.
You
No, but I
literally just go
mean,
to the config
with
of the casino and change it.
yeah, but with the casino we've got,
Yeah, it's just, you can change it so you have to pay a certain amount, and it's the cooldown's so many hours.
I think Kira said no to that because it can be abused.
Yeah, but that was all I had to say anyway. But
thanks Ferrero. Cammy's wrote everything you've said down.
Right, this guy's been waiting
Right.
for ages, mate.
Yeah. So this thing is this the queue? Is this
Yeah.
what this is?
Yeah,
Right,
this is a
okay.
queue, Cammy, from top to
Okay.
bottom.
Hello.
Hello.
No.
Okay, so first thing I want to add, I own a Trackhawk, and in real life they are pretty very fast cars, and occasionally they'll hit like 150 or 160, maybe going past casino. But I think they should have a bit of a boost to them, just so that they match how naughty they look in game.
The thing is the Trackhawk, it's unlimited, right? So our car speeds, I can tell you now, are not realistic. Do you know what I mean? It depends what category it falls under. So like an unlimited should hit max 140, a limited 160, and like a 101 180. Obviously, with those cars that do hit the faster speeds, the handling gets worse the faster the car gets, basically.
Yeah.
So we try and balance cars that way. So say if I get a 101 and I want it to go fast, I'm gonna get something that turns like a boat and doesn't break. Do you know what I mean? So like that's kind of how the cars are classified. Because like I've got a 101 Astra VXR, and that goes faster than every single unlimited we've got. Do you know what I mean? So the speeds are not realistic. They sort of classified into categories. It's just imports for us are purely just aesthetic. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're
Yeah.
buying an import, it's not meant to be, something like people have bought 101s, abused them in police chases, so they've got nerfed. Do you know what I mean? So it's not meant to be, oh, I paid more, so this car should go faster. It's just meant to be. Do you like when you get skins in Fortnite? It's just meant to be about aesthetic value, not
Yeah.
necessarily realism, if that makes sense.
So would it be a server side thing when it sometimes hit 160, or would that just be like because I'm going over bumps or the type of road I'm driving on?
We try and make the cars as close to the categories as possible, but sometimes people can get the cars to go like my 101s. I can't get past 200, but people are saying that they do 220. Like
Yeah.
maybe I'm just a bad driver. Maybe.
Yeah, I can get our gang cars to 180 max.
And other people are doing 200.
Yeah.
It also depends on how good your PC is, how good your internet is, like how fast you can render in stuff. But yeah. So as for speed of cars, it's not realistic. The cars are meant to just be aesthetic only,
Yeah.
really.
Right. Another thing I wanted to bring up: shooting in cars. I think we should do that, but only through your eyes.
We did have that. People abused it, and then it did get taken to a community vote, and it got taken out.
I'd say it would be good if we had it and we still followed like initiation and
It's hard
stuff like
because it's
that.
easy to say that, but you're still going to have the people out there that's constantly abusing it, or be like, "Oh, I misclicked going to my phone," you know.
Yeah.
So vehicle combat was a thing for a while, and then the community voted to take it out, so we took it out.
We could maybe put it back up for another vote, potentially.
Potentially, we could put it up for another vote, but we did originally have it.
Yeah.
Or even if you didn't do that, put it as like a separate paintball mode. So it's
You what?
like exclusively in cars.
Man wants arena.
No, like
Yeah.
you know how you have normal paintball and you're doing like normal on foot shooting, have another paintball where you're doing it in cars.
Yeah, so basically arena hop outs.
Yeah.
What else was I going to talk about? Oh, so apparently you're not allowed to hand the police. Say if you, say if I'm in a shootout with the police and all the
Mhm.
police are dead, I then can't go and take their weapons.
No.
No.
There's a reason PD have different weapons.
Is it because they're stronger?
No.
No.
It's because of to stop corruption happening within PD. There was once upon a time we had 2 people join PD and start giving out their friends carbine rifles for free. And then if you think the class 3 problem's bad now, you should have seen it then.
Nah, you caught me.
The PD weapons are just for a simple fact of so we can track what is a PD weapon and what isn't a PD weapon. Do you know what I mean? So we can see if people are giving them out or if
Right, so
people
quite
are
going
taking
back to
them like
ask
they
for
shouldn't have them.
paintball shooting in
But
cars.
yeah, it's just
Like that's
we're trying to keep everybody happy here. It's a bit hard to do. Obviously, PD have got their guns. If you're say you're in a shootout, you've dropped 5 PD, there's still another 5, and you can grab a body from PD. You can take clips, you can take armor, med kits. Like if you're really desperate, food and water. Like if you're really desperate, obviously, so you can engage and carry on with the fighting scene basically. But you can't be taking like if the PD's got 2,000 clips on him, you can't be taking the whole 2,000 clips. You know
And
what
it's
I
not
mean?
even that. You shouldn't be just going up to PD and like, put your hands up. Like, no, it doesn't work like that.
I think that was everything I wanted to bring up. So thank you for bringing me on, guys.
If you think about anything else, just put your hand up again. But now is a queue of 11 people. So
Sweet. All right. Take care, guys.
all right. See you later.
He's wild.
Oh, go on, people, them. How's
Everybody
everyone
around
doing?
Nico.
Long time no see. Right,
Spit
so
it
I've got
out.
a notepad. It's me spit out.
Spit
Alright.
out. Oh,
So,
right. Excuse you?
Miss, can I speak, please? Thank you very much. Right, so I've got a couple bullet points here, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
First one is I feel like growing needs to be changed like a lot. There's no reason why I should have to third eye every single plant pot and put water in, then go to another bit on the fucking interface, then put fertilizer in, then back out that interface, and then third eye another pot.
Skill issue.
You know?
Good.
No. Honestly, if I was 15, yeah, I would be fine. I don't have the fucking patience to be staring at
It
Yeah.
hurts your wrist as well, doesn't it? Growing weird. It really hurts my wrist. But Marie did say before that she might be looking into changing the weed script.
But now Q's mentioned it, I might not.
Right. So racial. Guys, we all got that, yeah? How many people in this community meeting?
69.
All right. So, okay, we've that one down. My second one is bullets. Like shooting from a gun, those bullets should not be registered to the holder of that gun.
Why should
Guns
they?
have serials
Fingerprints are
for
on
a
it.
reason. I'm wearing gloves. How are you fingerprinting me when I'm wearing gloves? This is like the whole this is the whole speed camera thing all over again. Speed camera shouldn't know who's driving a car. Bullets shouldn't come back to the person directly. It should say, oh yeah, there's a serial number. You go back to PD, you track the serial number, it comes back to, let's say, a C3, a C2, or C1, and then you go from there. Like
PD
in
would
my
never
opinion,
catch anybody though.
Yeah,
yeah,
it'd
but
be
it makes
pointless.
it
Can I
so
just interject and just explain? If
like
you were to be
if you
PD there,
oh,
how would we catch anybody like that?
you catch them and you give them an extra sentence for catching
No,
them
no,
with the
no.
gun.
How would we catch them? So let's say you go to a shots fired and that's what you get. Where do you go from there? What's the next step?
Well, you go to shots fired in real life. You don't then see a bullet on the floor and be like, oh yeah, that's
No,
my man from around the corner.
that's
You
not what I'm
use
asking you though. I'm asking you like in the city, if we went and picked up the thing and it showed a serial number, what would you next? What happens next?
you go from there. If you arrest someone and they have a gun on them and that serial number matches, it's real life, bro. If a
Yeah, but
gun
you
comes
can't
back,
prove that was like
no,
say
yeah,
if
no,
I had that gun, you can't prove that I was the one who shot the gun that led to those bullets. It just
yeah,
proves that I shot that gun.
yeah. But my point is, in real life, if you shoot a gun, if that gun has 6 bodies on it, you get charged for all 6 bodies. So let's say the C3 that was used on the scene, those bullets got dropped. Police collected the evidence. They've got serial number. Let's say a day later, that someone gets arrested with that serial number, that gun. If that gun has been used in multiple scenes, multiple bodies, they should get charged X amount. All those charges should add up because they've now been caught with a gun that has all these bodies, all this scenario. That it was involved in a
But
heist. It was
they
involved.
just say they didn't have the gun at the time. They just say I got it yesterday. It wasn't me.
Yeah, that's fine. They still have to deal with it.
Just
This
yeah, okay.
like, that's so PG in my opinion. That is the biggest PG I've ever seen in my life. Anyways, that's fine, innit? I've said my point with that. My next point is, yeah, I feel like C2 should definitely like not be buffed, but they should have their uses. You know, like heavy pistols have been treated quite nicely. I do like it that they've been buffed quite a lot. But I feel like yeah, C2 should have their uses in some cases. But pardon me. That's one point done. Next point, restricting the use of body cam. I can't lie, I hate being in city and all you hear is, I've got body cam, I've got body cam. Bro, I don't care if you've got body cam, like just play out the scene. Like I hate when man them scream body cam this, body cam that. Like it ruins everything. Yeah, exactly. Body cam is not is not fucking role play. No, I agree, Mike, bro. I agree, but everyone, well, I'm not gonna say everyone because that's a lie, but a lot of people in City say it to the point where it goes part like it flies past your head. You kind of forget about it. You're desensitized to it.
We have already brought this up once before, but might need to do a little reminder
Yeah,
for
please do. 'Cause
people.
I feel like this whole body cam shit is kind of for obviously for comp and for gov shit. Yeah, you obviously need body cam. I'm not saying that, but in city wise, there should be no reason why. Let's say you get into a car crash and someone says, well, I didn't hit you in my eyes, and then someone else says, well, let me see your body cam. Like, it's just mad unrealistic, in my opinion.
Yeah.
See, fucking hell, I've had 6 points, 5 points, and I've got it out in 5 minutes. You man had 1 point, and you guys can't even say it in 20 minutes, bro. Fucking hell, do better.
Right, listening.
Yeah, mute yourself.
Marie, you sound like you're inside a washing machine.
Me?
Yeah.
Yo, let me jump on that private plane with you, please. Where you going?
No, she's in a washing machine.
All right, well, my points are done in it, so that's me done. I hope people agree. If not, let me know. Yeah. Sorry, one more point. No fucking shooting out of cars, because if we shoot out of cars and there's no headshot multiplayer, it's gonna be so.
There's never gonna be a headshot multi, like ever.
Yeah, no, that's my point. There's never a headshot multi. Never ever bring in car shooting from cars. Sorry, because it's gonna take like 4 clips to kill someone in the car. They're just gonna drive off hill, come back, shoot you, drive off hill, come back, shoot you. Like, anyways, yeah, I'm done still. Thank you for hearing me out.
Okay.
That's it. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Right, Q said that he wasn't yapping, but he were yapping, so hold that. Fucking first point, increase the recall because that shit looks weak as fuck. Second point, men's clothing, can you add like a third eye so that people like Sherry can hold my pocket? And And then
Right, off, bruv. Stop being a dick.
what do you mean?
You're being a dick, mate.
Shit, the recall's weak, and Sherry can hold the pocket, bro. He
I
knows.
do like the idea of you know, when you can like take off your clothing and your clothing's an item.
Oh, that's it. I'm pretty sure we can do it anyway. You just need to enable it.
Oh.
Even the community's agreeing with me, Marie, bro.
Don't agree with this guy, mate.
Because I'm always right.
No, you're not, mate.
I am,
chain
bro.
snatching.
You're not.
Who else is in here? Harvey, he can hold the pocket.
Harvey is in
Baldy's
here.
calm, to be fair. But Harvey is.
Where?
That's one.
What?
Harvey's in here. Not Hoods. Different Harvey. Sylvan can hold the pocket.
Oh, we're going to be
As
here for a
well.
long time.
Yeah, we are. Right, I'm going to quit yapping because I just had to go at queue for it. Right, have a good one. Bye.
Shuri, what's Shuri want now?
First of all,
Everyone
Mac,
get
you're a
ready
dead
to turn
shooter.
him
Hop off
down.
my wood. All right, I've got a couple notes here, guys. Sorry for my last one. First of all, the Insurgent on Island does about 90 damage a hit, which is a joke. My
Get
Bugatti
better.
is fucking slow.
Skill issue.
Skill issue.
Make growing quicker because it takes fucking months.
Skill
Skill
issue.
issue.
Make the cooldown on Island longer. That's not a skill, that is not a
again.
skill issue, alright? Also, the carbine and the AK have zero
Skill
recoil.
issue.
Skill issue,
Make the
mate.
recoil,
Skill
man.
issue.
Put recoil on it.
Skill issue, mate.
Put recoil on it. What do you mean skill issue? You alright? Yeah, Mac, I don't know what you're yapping about. You're the deadest shooter. You can't even shoot in a straight line, you scruff. Anyway, that's all from me. Cheers, guys.
Yep. See you later.
Oh wow. Say Mons is
before you
my
speak,
turn.
hold on.
Who let this
Get off
guy
my
in?
dick, bro.
Who
Oh
let
my
this guy
days,
in?
bro. Nah, I can't. I have to tab out my
That's
game.
it. We're all dead
Hey,
now. That's
all
it.
the
We're all
haters,
done.
all the haters that are in chat about to type.
Hey,
Let me
Sammy,
tell you something.
respectfully, yeah.
Hey,
Come on, wrap it up.
I
Good
can't
time.
lie. Number on my mum's life, you man have to enough the police, bro. They're so OP, bro. The police are the most OPest gang in C. All they do is attend shootouts. They don't attend anything
Oh,
else.
got you.
They get guns, they get cars, and Mike is always crying about cars about going too far. Oh. And number two, bro, you need to fix the server. I can't lie, bro. There's places like around Legion, my FPS is dead. 20 FPS.
Skill
Max.
issue, mate.
Don't say
We
skill
think
issue,
it's
car.
PD cars. We think it's
Sammy, you can't
PD
even
cars.
run medal on your PC.
Okay, I can't lie. First of all, hop off. I was about to say that, innit? I can't lie. Alright, there's certain man saying,
Nah, Sammy,
oh,
that is
if
a
you don't...
skill issue now.
Wait, bro,
You can't even
wait.
run medal, but you're moaning about getting 20
Bro,
FPS.
bro. Why am I getting flamed? I should be flaming you, man. Why are you man flaming me? What's going on? Hey, listen, on a G thing though, yeah. Like, bro, people need to stop relying on clips. Like, admin especially need to stop relying on clips.
Well,
Like,
how do you expect us just to take
bro,
your
you have
word for
logs.
it?
You have logs. You have logs for a reason.
Right? And when there's 100 and odd people in city, bro, them logs go crazy.
Yeah, respectfully, if there's 105 man in city, I'm
What,
not
to
going
sit
through
there
logs.
for 20 minutes to go through logs because you can't
Listen.
because you can't run clipping
Shall I
I
tell
don't
you
get paid
something?
enough for that.
Listen. I'm not admin because I'm not bothered to do that. But you guys are admins. That's
Yeah, well, there you
basically
go
your job.
then.
No, but that's basically your job though. Like, I'm not even trying to violate you, man.
You know what's your job? To
What's
clip
my
it.
job? Yeah, nice one, man.
He can't.
Okay, can we at least fix the server? Can we at least fix the server a little bit? Because I'm getting bad
Yeah.
FPS.
Once you fix your PC.
Oh yeah, Marie is riding her crazy.
It's one of the
Keo.
PD cars.
I'm telling Keo right now, bro.
Keo is fixing it, Sammy. Yeah.
Keo's
Keo is
fucking
going through
useless. Why is even Keo an admin? He's fucking useless. He's a arena warrior. He plays slap. Bro, him like bro. Keo don't get. Oh. Keo is one of the worst admins I've seen in my life.
Get Keo in
Nah,
it. Where is
but
it?
on a G thing,
Where is it?
can we agree that like
Sammy's about to be banned?
I don't care, bro. I'll smack Keo. I'm joking, my guy. Keo's my guy. But can we at least nerf the police? Like, please, bro. Give them something else to do. Because all they do is attend shootouts, nothing else. Like, please. Nerf the police. Just a little bit. Make it so they get charged like 60 bags for a gun. It's fair like that, bro. That's what I say. It's been a
PD
pleasure.
on their PD characters are not allowed to go off duty. So there's nothing else really for them to do.
No. There has to be something for them to do. Make them do driving lessons while there's no shootouts. While there's shootouts going on.
You do realise before those shootouts happen, all PDS.
Oh yeah, I'm leaving. It's been raw, guys. Thank you very much for talking.
Oh.
Nah, man, Sammy kills me.
James said
Alright.
EMS can clock off.
Who's next? Hey, where the fuck's it going? Jane.
Hello, I'm back. Just
Hello.
3 more things, and then that's me actually done. I have nothing else. One of them, I don't know if it's just me. You're probably going to say skill issue. I know you guys are, but the PD tasering. Now that's something that I know a lot of people have complained about, but PD can tase from a hell of a distance, and it is. I get it's to catch him and all, but like if there's a significant gap between you and the PD, it should be like a lower distance for the tasering, because there's been multiple occasions where me and some of the boys that we're driving with, PD have tased us, and it's like an unrealistic distance, if that makes sense. Like the tasers are horrific.
To be fair, that has been an issue for a while.
Like
There's no other range on it.
we did. That's what I'm saying. We did something by the beach, and it was a good I can't explain the distance, but it was a good enough distance that PD should not have even attempted to tase, and they caught one of the guys because they tased him from a distance. It is horrific. It's so annoying. My second thing is, it's more of if you guys can just put an announcement out for people or something. People for their GTA driving and like going off like on mountains and shit like that when they're not in off-road cars, because it's happened. I've witnessed it a few times, and even a scene that involved 2 gangs. They're just GTA driving. It's not realistic, if that makes sense. And I like how Cappy's put MCF because he's not wrong.
Yeah, I had to speak to them the other day about that, to be fair.
Yeah, it's just not really realistic, unless like if they're in a 4x4 or off-road tires, fair enough. Like, but when you're in a fucking a Polo, not really.
Fanny, you can GTA drive if no one sees you. Take them jumps at the airport. Marie did it yesterday. You know the fucking ramps at the air near midnight. Mate, she was flying in the sky.
Did
Listen. I've been dying to try it. Okay, I've literally was like, I've saw loads of people do it, and I was like, I actually want to see what the fuss is about.
But the thing
No
is,
one was around,
no
though.
one can actually do anything to Marie.
Yeah.
No one can actually do anything to Marie realistically.
I've actually,
yeah,
I've actually banned
I'll
Marie as well.
bro.
Yeah,
I'll perm ban Marie, but then she did abuse her perms and unban herself.
Yeah, and I red-eyed you, Cammy, and you revoked it.
I've been red-eyed so many times.
So what you're telling me is you admins abuse your perms?
Yep.
Yeah.
Really, that's a daily thing apparently. So
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to know something else as well? Marie's buying me a new BMW.
Apparently I have.
Oh
a
yeah,
BMW.
you are.
I don't know where it's come from, Cammy, but yeah.
Yeah, get me one as well.
Yeah,
I want mine in white.
My last thing
one
to
in
bring up
metallic blue
is I don't know if you'd consider it, but for gangs, and civs as well if needed. When it comes to gang on gang, it's if you go hand someone, it's kind of just like put your hands up, blah blah blah, rob them, this, that, and the other. Man said, Cammy, come on, sus, bro, you're dirty minded, man. But I know that there's a script you can get. It's like a criminal script where you can have like mass you can put a bag over someone's head, handcuffs, escort them, like and shit like that. So like if you find, say, for example,
a blindfold script, but
let me guess, got abused.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Then I'll shut up then. Why did I should have expected that answer. Right, that's me done. I got nothing else, guys. Cammy stinks.
Thank you, though.
True that. Alright. Yeah, shower. Was gonna have shower after this.
Where's
but
Marshall again?
Yapping. Oh,
He's got what? Bet PD. Here we go.
Hello, I got 9 notes and I'm gonna go through a few of them because that's too long.
9?
We'll limit you to 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Save the rest for the next community meeting next month.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through the most important one. New PD clothing.
my
We've
God.
Can't
changed
be.
the PD
We
Yeah.
need to look
times.
sexy.
Look,
We
no,
need to look
you,
sexy.
what in the frick? No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
UPD have had more change clothes than anything else. It's not getting changed. Not.
Hey,
If we
listen,
bring in a new
men's
clothing
clothing
pack,
gets changed before PDs. That's all
yeah.
I'm saying.
Like if we bring in a new clothing pack, we'll change the clothing. But for now, no.
Damn. Okay. The gang blocks. That's the next one I have here.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go off on this one. Goddamn, gang blocks that are fenced in and only has one exit and entrance. ICJ. And and the one near Little Soul as well. Yeah, have you seen that new one?
Yeah.
It's stupid as hell. I saw, I think it was Cherry that built it. I saw someone building it at the time. It's stupid as hell. Too OP. Gang blocks, OP. That's
Kill issue.
all I have to say about it.
Yeah, I can't lie. Like probably some of them, I do get where you're coming from. Some of them I have questioned and trying to work a way around to make them counterable. Randy Brock is probably the most counterable block out there, mate. I don't want to hear it from the
I'm
people
mostly
that.
about ICG and the one near Little Soul. They're my two main ones.
Yeah, like
The people who have Little Soul though don't really
yeah, they
shoot.
don't really beef.
That's
Yeah.
why they was allowed Little Soul, because they're not a beefing gang. Do you know what I mean? Like ACG is counterable. You've got the garage, the parking garage. You've got a garage behind that as well with like a ramp on it. It's counterable. You just got to play it smart. If other gangs can push that block, I'm sure PD with their 50 officers can push that block.
50. Aha! Yeah, you're joking. Yeah, you're funny. Yeah, you're very funny. Anyway, next one. Player-owned stores that can have like deliveries made to them.
What do you mean?
Like if players could like own like stores around the map, and like people could like make deliveries for to them like money, like make a company basically.
All I
that makes
see is
sense.
just people that are rich buying up stores and never restocking them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if they're done restocking them after a while, just take them off them and put them back up for sale.
Yeah, but that's
Listen.
another thing we've got to keep track of.
If we keep a decent pot, then we'll start bringing in more player-owned stuff
Things.
like that you can buy within city money. But right now we have people that have businesses that haven't flew in months.
And they paid real money for.
You know?
Nim.
I opened the bistro 2 days ago.
I didn't see it open. I was in the city
And
2 days ago.
I've hired like 5 people this last week. I'd deliver an Uber Eats.
I have 2 more points. One, I'm gonna save that one for last actually. The next one would be crafting guns. Yeah, this is
Nope.
an extension of my lower gun thing.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
Hear me out. Come on.
Someone
hear me out.
literally said earlier guns are too
Hear me
easy
out.
to get, yeah? And then the
Hear me
next
out,
thing is,
come
can we
on.
craft guns?
Hear me out.
Love.
Come on. Let me extend my idea. Come on. Hear me out. There'll be a certain location you can craft guns from. Lower like the chance of getting guns from other locations and makes it a bit even. Then there's like only one location you can craft guns and it's like a red zone basically.
We're not having crafting guns. Nope.
Yeah. We are in the middle of looking for something else to do with guns.
Yeah, but it won't be crafting though.
Yeah, but also we can't really say too much on it.
Yeah.
Not a
Okay.
repair bench, no subby.
And the last one, which I want to throw up.
I swear that's 3. I swear that's 3.
No, let me have my last one. Come on, let me have the last one. It's only
Right,
gonna
last
be
one.
one sentence. I'm gonna throw up saying this community vote for Billy to come back.
No.
Can I just say?
underage.
No.
What?
Can I
He's
also
on
just
that
say?
when he's 18.
I don't even think we've banned Brilla.
No, Billy's Finny banned. He got a Finny ban
yeah.
playing in another city.
Yeah, Billy was just cheating.
All right, so yeah.
If he pays for his whitelist, he can come back. He's not like banned for us. Like we didn't ban him. He banned himself.
I thought we banned him for being underage.
No, he flew into the city with cheats on and just started cheating. So
And then
got
got banned.
You issue then.
And that's all
I
I've
was like, we ain't banned Billy.
That's all I've
Billy's
said. Also,
accepting
Min got to go on a
donations.
date.
Bill's accepting donations for his Finny whitelist, guys.
Yeah, but you've not been in trouble yet, Dennis. Again, if you break a rule, you
Yet.
hold the ban just like everyone else.
Anyway, next.
Right,
Hello,
one,
Joshua.
mummies and
Oh,
daddies.
for fuck's sake.
No, some sick idea.
Hey, Josh,
I need to
respectfully.
go run downstairs. I'll be back.
All right,
Josh, say anything weird and you're gone. Yeah.
No,
So
that's
carry
fine.
on.
No, my ideas are sick anyway. Right, first one, because as the name says, Bitcoin addict. Can we get, it's kind of like what Ferrero mentioned about cars, but something in the donations, Tebex store, whatever you want to call it, where you pay, I don't know, let's say £15, whatever, and then you go to someone in city and it spins a wheel and there's a shitload of like really crap PDM cars, but there's like maybe a limited or a one of one. But obviously the percentage if you get in that is really low. They had it in my old city. It was kind of popular. I know it's kind of gambling, but you've got a casino, so I don't see why that wouldn't work.
We do not advertise gambling here.
There's a casino, but all right.
Yeah. Nope.
This one is off Barney because I know it's something he's mentioned. Can we get a slight incentive for crafting? So maybe like every 100 levels you earn, maybe take a second or so off from crafting.
No,
Obviously
'cause-
cap it to a point.
No, because if you think about it, Puff Puff does all that crafting, but what do they get in return for crafting? Money.
We get absolutely nothing.
I know how much is in your
Josh,
business bank account. Just because
Josh.
your boss ain't paying you.
I've
That's not
also
my
been
problem.
part of No Strict, mate. I know how much money you get from that business as well.
You don't know how much is in there right now. I do, so hush your mosh. Right.
Maybe
last
once you
one.
get to 1,000 levels, we'll add something just something special that you can craft once you reach 1,000. Who knows?
Right, I had to check to make sure Sammy is not in there because he's going to kill me. And every person that's in a gang may kill me for this, but I've not got a PD cousin, so I'm not doing this for my own benefit. I think if, obviously, as you know, voice ID is not a thing in this city. But I think if you're a crim and you keep getting caught by police constantly, police
Just
should
learn
be
how
able
to become a better
voice
criminal.
ID you. But obviously, if you don't get caught for like X amount of time, they can't voice ID anymore, and at least then it gives criminals more of an incentive to get away. Otherwise, they know you're just going to get voice ID'd. I don't think gangs need voice ID too much because you just don't. But I feel like for PD, I think they should be able to voice ID if you get caught. If you get away,
They do it anyway.
I mean, yeah, well, we're not supposed to. Let's be real.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not a serious like scene, for example, like voice ID, and how else are you gonna know who's who? You know.
True, but I mean, like, let's say I use myself as an example. So let's say I keep doing crimes. Let's say I'm doing Vangelicos, Big Bank, stores. I get caught every time, hypothetically. You know, I never get caught. Sick driver and that. But if I keep getting caught, if they attend a scene and hear me, they're like, that's Josh. We've caught him several times. They know immediately that it's me as soon as they arrive on scene if they hear me. But if I constantly get away, they don't know who I am because they've never caught me red-handed.
I think no.
That's it.
Because you said it.
Well, fuck you then. You ain't got Playboy.
I hate that guy.
Hello. So, I have a little bit of a list. I'm going to list them through pretty quickly because I know I'm not a yapper, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, Cammy, shut up, mate.
I forgot I was actually taking notes. Let me sit up. Go on.
Right, sit up and get ready, mate. More interactive items. So, like, items you have in your pockets could be like brought into your hands, it could be throwable, etc. I know I've heard in the past that they've been exploited or blah blah blah. All I would say with that is just add like certain punishments if people are exploiting things, because if people are going to exploit new shit that comes in, then you're never going to get any progression. So there's got to be a way where you guys can sit down and knuckle down on people that do exploit. Therefore, the rest of us don't like suffer the consequences of other people's dumb actions, right?
I think throwing items not necessarily that bad. Throwing weapons, I would say that's a bit too far.
Yeah,
Do you know what
we
I mean?
used to have that, and it was a shit
I
show.
think, yeah, I
We
think
could do
maybe
like
not.
fun things though, like fun
Yeah.
throwing things, like the snowballs. We've been throwing snowballs at each other recently.
Oh, don't get me fucking started with these
I know
pieces,
that.
man.
They're just for Christmas only.
Yeah,
I
but
was
like
getting
more stuff like
snowballs
that.
snowballs at me.
Like get
I'm
tomatoes or
not
something.
flying in for December, by the way. If them snowballs are a thing,
Yeah,
they're
they
fucking
are.
annoying.
They're
I'm
lethal. I had a
essentially
monkey
puff past fucking car park and hunters on a roof sniping with a fucking snowball. Piss off.
Mate, I had a monkey throwing snowballs at me off MM block the other night. It was brilliant.
That was me. Thank you.
Yep, you are a little. You know what? Not gonna say it. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not that kind of guy, brother. Okay, brother. Second thing, car handling. I know it's a big issue. I know people have different opinions, and it's very, it's very biased on both sides. People, blah blah blah. I think it needs to be looked at where, like Nim said earlier, the cars you get as a 1-of-1, right? You shouldn't be buying it and expecting, because you've paid money, the performance is going to match the amount of money you've paid, right? I think if you're buying a 1-of-1, it's purely for the aesthetic. If you want to customize it as you want, fair enough. But I think, like, at the same time, if you're buying a 1-of-1, you shouldn't be expecting the car to go 180 if you buy a shit box, right? It's just a bit stupid. Gang RP with civs, PD, etc. Now, I've seen it on both sides, right? Some of the gangs, not all, and I won't say all people in the gangs, but I've noticed a lot, like last night, I've had interactions with gangs, and instead of sitting there, right, having a bit of roasted about it, they'll sit there and try to be the big man and just start to initiate for no reason, right? Just because they don't like the way you talk, or they just dislike you. The RP could be improved a little bit with them, and I know that's not something that's on them to do, but I think it should also be looked at as well. If people are just initiating over something stupid and minor, like maybe look at that, and just, if people putting body cam, crack down on it a little bit. Next thing, weapon clips. Instead of having, when you reload and getting a new weapon clip taken off fully, if you use a weapon clip, like, and you reload halfway through using it, instead of taking away a full weapon clip, take away individual bullets that you've used rather than the whole thing at once. If that makes sense.
So instead of using a weapon clip, it's bullets.
Yeah,
sort of
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
So let's say, when you reload an empty mag, let's say you get 30, but then if you reload half, it only takes 15. That sort of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kia's
yeah,
already
yeah.
said no to
Yeah, I
that.
don't think that will.
The use of /me when people are dead is getting a little bit ridiculous.
We
They'll
done an
try and
announcement on
overflow
that not
one.
so long ago.
Yeah,
and
I'm aware
we've
of
said
that. Yeah,
anyone abusing that, we will just warn them for abuse of /me. Simple as that.
yeah, yeah.
But once again, that's another thing where just body cam it and report it.
Yeah,
And we'll
yeah,
deal
for
with it.
sure, for sure. Obviously, I had shooting out of cars, but that's obviously been spoke about. The only way I'd say maybe is if you could do it with the first person script, where once you aim in, that's when you go first person. But
That's what we had. Yeah, that's
yeah,
literally what
that's
we
down
had.
to your discretion. I mean, it'd be a cool thing to have if people don't exploit the fuck out of it. Pilot license, right? I know to get a pilot license, you need to pay the Bitcoin to get an aircraft, right?
Mm-hmm.
How about maybe a rework of it where you don't get the aircraft, but you can get a pilot license in the city if you do a certain course, or a bit like a driving test, but you do it with a helicopter or a plane, etc.
But the thing is, everyone's going to want one. The reason that we've got pilot licenses the way they are, it's just we don't want everyone driving a helicopter.
It's just stop
Yeah.
everyone from abusing it as well.
Okay, that's fair enough. I mean, obviously you got your reasons. I don't know that, so I just thought, it's just part of my list.
It's just like most things in city that you can pay for, like with real money, it's just for aesthetics. It's just for the simple fact of you can drive it. It should gain you no actual physical advantage in city, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Whereas
That
if
does
we
make
just had
sense.
everyone driving around helicopters, it'd be fucking chaos. We'd need fucking air traffic control and everything. Because
That'd be
everyone would just
sick, though,
crash
right?
into each other. And no, because everyone would just die in helicopter explosions because they crash into each other. Have you seen Marshall drive PD helicopter?
Have you saw
I've
Dave
seen
drive a
Marshall.
helicopter?
Listen, I'll be real with
Have you
you.
seen me driving a
Josh.
helicopter? I'm cold.
Yeah.
I agree with you. You say Marshall, but I've
Oh,
seen
man.
Marshall drive a car, so it's not.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I get that. Introduce a script where hitman contracts can be taken out on locals, or players can add their own private hits to like a thing, a bit like a boosting tablet, but it's like a hit tablet where you can take hits on locals, or people that have the tablets can put hits on people.
With initiation, though,
Yeah, obviously,
it doesn't really work. Because what you're going to do, say, oh, this guy's paid me 20k to kill you, so I'm going to kill you. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe if someone gets a hit put on them, it gets like a message gets sent to their phone saying like, "Oh, notification, you have a hit on you," and then there's like a certain timer on it where they have to like evade their killers for a certain amount of time, and then before the hit gets removed.
I don't know. It's something we could look
It's an
into.
idea. Yeah. Including more weapons in the gun store. I'm not saying that you need to have ridiculous weapons in the gun store. Maybe like another couple options for pistols or another couple options for knives, just so you have more of a newer selection of stuff. You know,
More options for trolls.
that is true. That is true. But that can be sorted out by just going whitelisted again because I hate these trolls. They're crazy. um,
I do want to add more melees into the gun store, and
mhm.
there's obviously there's native melees as well that are obviously are already in. They just need adding to the gun store. So I could probably
Yeah.
do that, but we'll need to speak with obviously Marie about what she does and doesn't want in there.
It's not even me, I'll be honest. It's mostly Keo, but he's a brat.
Yeah, and what's Keo going? I'll just do it. And what's he gonna do?
He's a brat to take out.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
I'll take him out. I'll give myself a sniper, bro. He's gone.
Yo, you better give me a sniper. I'm in
I'd
Mega
smoke
Blast
anyone in
right
here with
now.
a sniper, especially Gigi. Gigi will get
Nah,
smoked
Cammy,
with a
1v1 me
sniper.
Mosin, bro. 1v1 me Mosin. You won't.
What the fuck is a
Um,
Mosin?
We got
Oh,
the
it's
last fucking lie, Cammy, because I embarrassed you. didn't I? So,
OG sniper, mate. Next thing, the rework of tackle. Add a better script. I think you guys may have seen it in other things where instead of it being a thing where it locks onto you and drags you down, so civs will have access to it where you can just run and it will launch your body at them and they fall over
Yeah.
and you
We
can
used
also
to
fall
have
over.
that as well. And it was
Let me
everyone was
guess,
just
did it
tackling
abused?
everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
Everyone
I
was just
feel like though
tackling
at
everyone.
some point though, Marie, the novelty will wear off and people won't do it as much. I think
Yeah.
a lot of things may be like that in City. Like once the novelty wears off, it
No,
will
it
stop
is
being
that dude.
abused.
Everything does like I don't think you guys realise how much shit we have and we've got in the last 9 months that now we just don't use anymore. It's just sitting there. Like I've personally spent so much money on shit that everyone wanted in, and I've had to take it out because one, it's getting abused, or two, it just don't get used at all.
Maybe have like so I've got a thing here about this like whole abuse thing. It's like restrict them. So like if people are doing it excessively or taking the piss with it, maybe crack down
Yeah,
on it
look,
and say
like Josh said, all you're gonna hear is tackle me, mummy. No, I'm done. He already barks at me.
yeah.
I don't really want him tackling me and calling me mummy at the same. You know?
All right.
No,
All right.
no.
Let's not open that can of worms. Yeah. Okay. Class threes, right? I know they're an issue. I know people like them. People have their different opinions as well. Maybe make them just a little bit harder to obtain because the amount of class threes I see on everyone's back, rolling around in front of PD. Right. I get people like, oh, we can this and that, but at the same time, it's a bit unrealistic to see people walking around with a fucking AK-47 strapped to their back. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying like remove them. I'm not saying like heavily restrict them. I'm just saying make them a little bit harder to obtain. Have like class twos that are easier to obtain by all means. But I think the amount of class threes I see is a little
I
bit
think you
excessive.
guys are forgetting though. Look, class threes aren't actually easy to get. Most people in most gangs have them amount of class threes because most gangs have been around for months. Gangs like TN1 and Sinners and No Offense, Gambino, they ain't got a lot because they've not got, it takes a lot of grinding to get class
Yeah,
threes.
yeah.
Whereas gangs like No Strict and MM and stuff like that have all been around for a couple of months, you
Mm.
know? And when you're not
Maybe
beefing anyone, the guns do just pile up.
Yeah, maybe have it so like certain class threes are harder. Like so, like you could have the MP5 that's a C3. But if you have that something like that easier to obtain, and like an AK-47 or a bullpup rifle a little bit harder to get. Do you know what I mean? Because they're the better weapons. So the better C3s are harder to obtain than the easier ones. You know?
We might try and rework it to push more people to buy through BM instead.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I think Cammy's doing something about BM soon. Like he's having a meeting with the gang leaders about BM. So
Yeah.
we can look into do something like that.
Improve PDM cars so that they're actually viable. I'm not saying make them fucking, handle like a god. But all I would say is maybe make them faster so they can still evade PD, but they're also viable. Because personally, I quite like the look of some of the PDM cars. I think there's more customizability on them, and if it should be a second option. If people don't want to fork out loads of money in C or Bitcoin, then they have an option to go to PDM and buy a car for like 150k, and it be semi decent. Like keep the handling the same, but maybe just increase the speed a little bit and the brakes.
Randy, what are you talking to? Cammy can't fix your tags.
People actually using court cases rather than begging to go to jail just to save the time, where you could maybe introduce a way we could have a bail system where if they pay a certain amount of money, they can be bailed until their court
Lawyers
date.
was meant to be doing
Yeah,
this.
I
I'm
was
pretty
gonna say
sure.
we was gonna have something on the
Oh, I
lines
didn't
of
know this.
bail,
So.
but I don't know where we are with that.
Yeah. I'm more about like a bail script, so a way where we could, set a bail, they can pay it, and then, I mean, obviously, I'm not fully aware on it because I've not been in city long enough to know about the lawyers and stuff. Just a way for them to, just more interaction with court cases, because I know we don't have a judge and shit, but I'd love to see some court cases going, because it's getting a bit repetitive. Just people going, oh, just send me off because I don't want to do the jail time and then have to do a court case. You know what I mean? It just would like to see a little bit more for the roasted potato side of, like, having a bit of a court case. A new heist idea where you have to locate and stop a convoy of like special vehicles, like sports cars, and then sell them for money. Like you get dirty from it.
We were just speaking about this before the community meeting as well. I'm sure we are switching up every heist.
Yeah, we are
So,
to a progression system heist.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
That will take some time though.
I know you said you have a very strong stance on weapon crafting tables. My only suggestion to that would be maybe have it just so you can only craft stuff like pistols and glass ones. Because obviously the pistols aren't exactly crazy good to the point where you can't just abuse and spam a load of fucking AKs. Spam a load of pistols. I don't really see that much of an issue with just pistols being able to be craftable, as well as bullets maybe, or as with the attachments alongside them.
You can craft attachments.
Yeah. I'm saying like add like weapon clips to be craftable and like just pistols.
I don't really think we're gonna add any. We've got something to do with guns in the pipeline. We're just trying to straighten some things out. Can't really tell you about it, but there's going to be more options.
And Reggie, just because you go to another city and you get 12k and only 5k here, everyone does it, and everyone's city's different, and they run their economy different. Our economy, I think, is pretty good. Like, we're nearly a year in, and we're, most people would have had to do a wipe now. We don't need to do a wipe, so I think the starting money is good where it is.
I've been in this city for over a year, and the most I've ever had at one time is like a mil, 1.4 mil.
Bro, I've got 13k in my bank right now.
I've got 200k.
If anyone wants to donate me some money, please do, respectfully.
My monitor just turned off, but can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
I'm okay. All right. I'm just gonna have to wing this now then. Fuck. I'll be back because I'm gonna.
Yeah, there's still 8 people in the queue. Think about it. Come back later.
Yeah. There's only 2 things left anyway. Okay. Cool.
Hello.
Hello.
Long time no see.
Hello.
How's everyone been?
Good, thank you.
I've not been here in a while. Yep, and here we go. Everyone's hating. I wanted
I was
to
gonna
talk
say,
about-
is this like an introduction or?
Yep, introduction of being back.
Oh, God.
What was it? What was I gonna say? Cars. I want to just ask about what cars have been done since I've been away. I know it's a stupid question, but
I don't know what you mean.
Find out in
like
City.
as in,
Hey.
right? Okay. Like I mean, as in, like
As in,
Hello?
He's having a brain fart like Konzo used to.
Yeah.
Jake, Harry, whatever the fuck your name is now.
Hello?
Hello?
There you go.
Hello? I don't know what happened there.
Not me, I'm going for a piss.
Yeah, that's what I was, just wanted to see what cars were like, but
If you want to try any of the cars, there's a test drive at the airport.
Yeah, import
No,
test drive at the
it's not
airport.
even that. It's like, what cars like have certain things like one-of-ones? Have anything changed since I was last?
They're all on the list. On the import list, if you go to the bottom, there's a 1-on-1 list. If you go on there, you'll see what 1-on-1s are around.
I meant like speed-wise, like speed-wise.
Oh,
and stuff.
1-of-1's 180. That's it, basically. If you abuse it, it gets nerfed. End of job.
Okay. Alright, no problem. Alright, I'll talk to you in a bit.
Okay. I say we just invite everyone in and let them have a free for all.
I'm alive. Firstly, get rid of Sean's beanbag. He uses it like a well-endowed male. Everywhere he goes, he just whips it out and starts firing at people, and it's really frustrating. When there's other weapon choices, instead of Sean using his beanbag, it could be any other weapon. The other thing I have spoke about this, I think, to Nim in City. I don't know what the scenario would be, but something around a 24/7 mech that can, or somewhere you can repair your car, because mechs are a massive issue right now. Midnight is open and closed. Mickey and Ferrero do an awful lot, but it's literally them. Benny's is more of a party. They just close.
There used to be one at Benny's, but no one would pay the 15 or 10k for it.
I mean,
so
it's well worth it now. Benny's spend more of their time partying. The 25k for repair, if it's urgent, is still worth it. It's better to have it there, because mechs are a massive issue. Sometimes after 11 p.m, there's no mechs now until Ferrero or Mickey gets in. Same with medics. Obviously, in real life, there is an ambulance service 24/7. Here, if you die after 11, 12 p.m, well, you're fucked, really, unless someone can pick you up. But obviously, with no metagaming, you're kind of fucked then. So I think the ambulance service is quite priority. The only other thing I had was the price for crack and heroin is absolutely shite, bearing in mind the amount of money you have to spend to put it in. Like for crack, you have to spend best part of $1,000 worth of materials to then sell crack for $200 a piece, which just makes no sense to me. Heroin isn't too bad, but again, like ammonia can be expensive as fuck to find. And again, for crack and heroin, the reason, if they do know where the dens are, no one goes there, is simply that they're just completely out of whack in terms of the amount they sell for compared to even weed, coke, or meth. So that could be something that could be looked at. And my gun shop.
We are getting around to it, Danny.
It's fine. It's only been 9 weeks. I'm still happy being patient.
Yeah, no, listen, we've got a shit backlog
No, I
of
know.
scripts and all this to try add in, and now with like the
We keep
season and
buying
shit coming up.
things.
Yeah, I'll be real.
That's our issue.
Yeah,
We keep
no, I
buying
know.
things.
And like
No, I
we've got all
understand
this
that.
Halloween shit coming up this month.
Yeah.
But I will sit down and speak to Kia,
yeah,
and
yeah,
we'll
no
get in
worries,
a
bro.
call and we'll speak about it.
No worries. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.
Can we have a trial of new weapons, melees?
No, Jordan, new weapons will be getting brought in, but not right away.
No,
We
that.
have more important things to bring in first.
What about, have you thought about the throw the body in the trunk so you're not actually taking up all the seat space for people that really need it?
Hiding in the boot.
Yeah.
No, but when the
have that
body's dead,
before.
it's taking up all your seats and everyone has to get a different car then.
Basically, wants to be able to put it where you put someone in the trunk.
I think it. I as an alive person probably would like to sit in a boot. I think that'd be pretty funny.
I would get all the boys in the boot.
Surely you can only fit one body in a boot.
Fit a few, at least 3 max.
3?
Because what if the
3?
cops...
What?
Well, listen, in real life you can fit 2.
I think I'd even fit in 1. You're saying you could get 3 in a boot?
Yeah, but then you're all gonna start crying when I pull up in an MM car and all the gang jump out the boot.
Yeah, 5 in the car, 3 in the boot, 8-man hop out.
No, just use it specifically for dead people only, because when cops pull up, they look at your car, say there's a dead body, and then they try to get you out of the car, so be more quiet about it.
City's Apprentice, I'm dead. We can look into the bodies in the boot thing.
Yeah, we can have a look, John.
I also seen it's not me, but I personally think maybe giving a new script for the mining that I sent to him, have a look at that, no?
He wants multiplayer mining.
Yeah, so you could team up, right? You got this gas cylinder on your back. You go in, every mine you do, you go back, you lift a rail track, and like a wee bucket follows you, and you hit the thing. And sometimes, every so often, it's rare. If you hit the wall, you hit a pipe and a gas, and you lose all your electric.
Yeah, Jordan, that would cause me a headache. Nope.
Can you just have a look at it and see?
We've already got some of that guy's. We've got his construction, the guy who made the mining thing.
Yeah,
so
and he
maybe
also
if
does
it's
the window
not,
cleaning.
we could
Yeah,
have a
we
look
can
at
have a look.
something else. It's 17
Yeah.
MOV, so we'll have a
Oh,
look at
yeah.
whatever else he's got.
Yeah,
We've
that's
got a
perfect.
couple of-
Anything?
Anything else,
No.
Jord?
No, that's everything. Thanks.
Listen, yeah, it's not like
Oh, here he comes, bro.
Oh, but yeah, Murray.
Why are you so loud?
I'm not
I
loud.
got him turned
You're
down
loud.
already, mate. I have him on
Listen, yeah.
25%.
I want clarification on helicopters because bare people are like using them for things, and I'm being told I can't use them for other things, isn't it?
Listen, the only thing you shouldn't be using your helicopter. You can use it for island and shit like that. You can use it in beef. The only thing you can't use it for is heist.
So we can use them for island.
Yeah.
Is that a yes? Or
Yeah.
yeah. So you can't use them for rigs and yachts.
Nope, Keo said that's a strict no.
Alright, beautiful. Because a lot of people are like questioning if they can use them for things and use them for the other things, isn't it?
Yeah, no.
I
Keo
think
said
we
no.
clarified the rules the other day. I made some changes to the
Yeah.
rules.
Or was they put in because they used to be in, but then they wasn't in.
Yeah, I edited like a couple of days ago with the new rules.
You can use a heli for island, yeah.
I thought that as well, Mike, but I got told
There should be
differently.
no reason why you can't use a heli for island. It's KOS.
Okay, that's beautiful. I just wanted to clarify. Alright, I appreciate it.
No problem.
Alright, my mic might be shit. First of all, I want to apologise for Tom and Marshall. Secondly, my one suggestion is, when you're arresting someone, yeah, it is impossible to escort them without third eyeing, and it's impossible when they're running around like a lunatic. Is there a way to make that a bind?
Tackle them.
No, I know the tackle part, but the thing is, when you tackle them, you can't escort them straight away because then they'll just complain because panic's not realistic. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that would probably be a thing to take up with higher PD, and then PD could bring it to us.
Oh, okay, cool. Right, cool, I'm done. In a bit.
Alright. Can't lie, boys. I'm sick of changing PD for
Oh, finally, Jesus Christ. All right. First of all, can we get some 50-50 gummies?
What is it? No!
Why not?
Because you don't need them.
All right. Can you pop gummies whilst you're shooting, please?
We did just have it. Keo took it out.
Why?
Well, I don't know, mate. He didn't even tell me, and I was trying to pop a gunny and shot and died.
All right. Zip ties and like bags over the
Skin
heads when
issue?
you're taking people hostage.
Already been mentioned.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Can you fix Marshall's driving ability? Because it's a fucking joke.
No.
And
Mate,
can we
that's unfixable.
can we get some jukeboxes in the MLOs so like you can play music throughout the whole area? I know you can play it on
Use
your
your
phone,
phone.
but like I know you can play it on your phone, but like through the whole area. Like for example, in White Widow, there's one in the lobby, there's one in the warehouses, there's one in the back.
Shuri,
Hello.
well, I can suggest we have a script that we use at like some businesses. If you can find someone to make you a config within that script for the music, we can put it in. But the thing is, I am not doing it. I'm trying to make one config for the bistro, and that's why this fucking flashlight hanging in the middle of the fucking thing, not attached to
Yeah,
anything.
Nim, I can't believe you fucked that up.
Cammy also helped me, but it's critical scripts. It's the whole script. If you join their Discord, you can see the script and you can try and commission someone to make you a config for whatever MLO it is you want in. I'm just not doing it.
Okay. Also, a sniper's gonna come in the future, like M1
No.
Grands and stuff. Why not?
Maybe.
Okay.
No snipers.
Okay. And Teddy, do
That's
your
a
fucking
sniper
job and reply
RP
to my
going
ticket
there.
about my car, you twat. Alright,
Yeah,
that's all from me.
to be fair, I'm on that one as well. Ted, to you, Joe.
Rev, this guy's fixed his PC and he's still not replying to me. Alright, bye
Your
guys.
car's not getting changed, Sherry, by the way.
He goes 140 and it can't go around the corner.
Yeah, well, how do you
Skin
keep
issue.
losing PD?
I
Every
don't
5
lose
seconds.
PD. I don't lose
Mm.
PD.
I've seen
Actually,
the clips, buddy.
I
I've
lose
seen the
PD
clips.
because Marshall's in primary and this guy can't drive in a straight line. That's how I lose them. Last time I was in a chase, Marshall took out the other drivers. Anyway, that's all
Sounds like
from me.
Marshall.
Yeah, bye.
Right, who's next? You again.
Raw, why are you saying Q again? That is the issue.
Is
This is
it?
the 3rd time.
All right, you know what? Yeah, let me not try to give some positive.
Come on, Q, get to the point. Come on.
I will get to the fucking point actually.
Come
Alright,
on.
so are we ever thinking about bringing a different UI in?
For what, like health and that?
Yeah, just health, mainly health and
I
armor.
don't see the point. But
I can't lie, the server's
I
been
quite
up
like to
what?
watch.
Nearly
No,
a
no,
year,
yeah,
and we've had about 4 UIs.
That's fine.
No, car HUDs we've changed, but the UI's always been the same.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
no
always
worries.
been a watch.
I was gonna ask as well. Different attachments, is that ever gonna be a thing?
What
Like-
other attachment would you
Like,
need?
anything to make it into, like bump stocks, bump stocks on anything, like
What the fuck is that?
or like making a heavy, like turning a heavy into the fucking fully auto.
Huh?
Just something to change, like
The
C2
way
gun.
the gun functions.
Yeah, change the way. Yeah, 100%. It makes semi-autos fully auto. Obviously,
Yeah,
gives
you
them
can find a fire rate script that you can put on every single gun in the city.
just like
It's
back to my
just
point before about C2s being a bit blare. I think a good way of not buffing them but giving them a bit more use is to add a bit more attachments with certain guns. Glock, like adding a Glock that's fully auto. It can be
that's
semi-auto.
an AP. So you want an AP, a Glock 17, the fully auto Glock.
It can be any C1 or C2. Like it can be anything. Just something to make it different. You know what I mean? Like,
To do that, we'd have to bring in a whole new gun that has the capabilities. Like we can't just make the MP pistol be able to have a grip on it. We can't just make the.
I'm not talking about attachments currently already in City. I'm saying adding new attachments to the City to add to guns.
Yeah, but
but then
like
that would
Jay
mean
said,
they have
that
to
would
bring in
have
new
to.
guns.
Yeah, we'd have to bring in whole new guns.
Like with the PD guns, like they're new guns, which means they come with separate attachments than what the normal guns hold.
Yeah, see, I don't know much about FiveM.
So like, if you wanted a full auto Glock, you'd have to find a full auto Glock, which I'm pretty sure Finline Sanctuary do a full auto Glock. But then obviously you'd have to bring in their attachments as well, and there'd have to be a way to get the attachments to that gun because normal attachments wouldn't work on it.
All right, no, that's fine then. No worries, just give my 2 cents.
I've went in depth on my test server about all different guns.
Yeah,
like the PD guns we've got in the city right
Did
now.
you
I've
hear
got them in
anything
my
back
test
about
server.
the
Yeah, of
I've
course.
got full auto Glock. I've got AP
No, I haven't yet.
I've never
Oh,
changed them.
okay, no
They were
worries.
just put straight into
Alright.
the city.
Okay, bye.
Okay, all right.
You coming off then?
Anyways, I appreciate it, guys.
Actually,
Thank you
no,
for
I'm on
listening.
holiday.
Fuck
Oh,
you
okay.
guys.
Just like
Bye.
visiting the area.
Bye.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's
no
a bit of a
invite you.
shithole.
Honestly, it needs
honest.
more spray paint up, you know?
Right. Oh my
Actually,
God,
no,
so
because they
fine.
mess with my eyes.
Who is it? Is
Maybe like them.
I'm ready
I have
for that.
returned. No, you won't
Oh,
believe it.
Chef's
My
invited
monitor's
Billy.
does Billy really
Oh
need to come up
God.
here?
Nah, my
course,
monitor's turned
Let
off and
Billy
I
have his
turned on
say.
as you kicked me. The
Just get
last
pair
two
of
Are you
things
still in the
shoes.
meeting,
sorry,
by the way?
right?
No, I
Make
was
it
going to
Don't
ask you
blame
about
you.
to
portable
get
trucking tablets,
to
but bro,
acquire
I felt so
hype
neglected when I was
and
in
that's
there.
coming from the PD side. We
Fair
don't
enough.
get that many
Oh,
calls
they
to
just took the
banks,
car,
right? And I
Because
think
like
there's never
shooting an
enough
eyes
of his
idea, and just
tried
turned
all
it
day
into
yesterday to try hit Big Bang.
the
and there was
complete
never
opposite
enough
of what I wanted to.
How
I
many
get where
is
you're
it
coming
in
from,
banks?
Com, as well, but like,
I mean, they're saying they might
there's
re-vote
never
for it,
enough.
so
There's never any calls.
Yeah.
it seemed like it was
Never mind,
50-50 in the
we-
chat.
the
So
most
hopefully it'll
calls
just
we
be,
get is
more
suspicious
biased.
I'll be honest,
and I would
I wanted
Yeah,
it to
that
be
is
like
true.
a weekend event
I'm not
where they
saying
enabled
that
it for a
criminals
weekend just to
aren't
see how
doing
people would
crime. I'm
like
just
use
Oh
saying
yeah,
it.
like just temporarily do, like had got temporarily
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
15 members right
And
now.
then yeah,
really ever. And then if it's a shots fired call, we go to
Honestly,
it.
just go back in,
Half
ask
the
again
time,
in it, because
it's either a gang fight,
Jack went
we're
after you and did it again.
outnumbered,
You mentioned it again.
or they've shot a shot and then fucked off.
I was
And it's
listening
Well,
to it
how
right now.
about
It's
this,
Jack's
right?
back on there again.
Think about it this way.
say I'm listening to it.
Why do criminals
Yeah.
not want to commit
Charlie in my
crimes
emails
that
straight
PD can attend to? Is it because they feel like PD, their RP standard, isn't up to scratch? They're fed up of W cops trying to take the win all the time, immediately spiking tires, putting spikes underneath your car when you're still doing the heist. Like, that's, do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but when was the last time that happened to PD? Because most of the time when we turn up to a scene, you've got class 3s on the back, and then they run or they don't do anything to PD because
I'm
they're
just
scared
gonna go
to
see
lose
what's
it.
happening with
Like if
Dennis
you're gonna
and
walk around with a class 3 and PD it around, then what's the
No,
point?
I mean
No,
like
again,
heists.
listen, it's just as simple as everyone's RP needs to get better, PD needs to get better. I've already spoke to PD about this. Like, I spoke to Kieran and I said to him, like, you need to sort the fuck out of PD because 9 times out of 10, I'm just constantly getting complaints about PD and their shit RP. It really is that.
Barney's put a good point in. Moan at us for getting the pussy package, but the second they don't do it, they put 7 spike strips under your
Yeah,
car.
legit that.
I will say this though is, I get the RP side, right? But there's been times like yesterday where I've tried to have a fun bit of roley, and I've gone in my character. I'll be like, "Oh, you such a son of a bitch," and they'll go, "Right, we're appointing you to your superior," and it's like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
because
I'm trying
some
to."
people, I'll be honest, some people just can't be asked to RP with PD anymore.
But then if I try and then I get it in the neck, then it's going to
Yeah, of
deter
course,
me
it's
from.
shit for the PD that actually want to RP, you know? Like, I get that.
I don't know what
It's a
Q's saying.
difficult
It can be
one.
considered RP. Like, my issue is I'm scared to RP and do something stupid, and then they report me to my supervisors when I'm just trying to have a bit of a laugh with them and make something fun with it. You know, that's why I don't. I try to do it, but there's been like multiple times now where I've tried to do it and they've just wanted to report me.
Listen, all you can do is try an RP, you know? Like, if they don't want to
Yeah.
RP back, then
Yo.
and they report you and you can get seen RP and you won't get into trouble for that, you know?
What's up,
Yeah,
Bergie?
that's cool. The last 2 points.
To make this gun
GTA
deal, I
driving,
need
right?
an SMG.
I'm not saying that you need to do a
Mhm.
fuck off jump, right, to escape PD
Do we know how
or
many
just drive
PDs
in
are?
general, right? But
No,
what I
bro.
do think, just to improve and make it a little bit more fun in getaways, be a little bit more like allow smaller jumps and allow,
Smaller
maybe
jumps
driving
are
off
allowed.
road.
Decent amount of cogs
Yeah,
on
yeah,
it,
yeah. Like, and
so
driving off
it's up
road,
to you if you
I
want to
think
do oil
Phil?
rig.
in a
but we
sports
don't really
car,
have anything.
definitely not, right? But if you're in like a
Phil,
sedan
do you
or
wanna
like a
drive mine or
BMW
no?
or something, right? At that
Nah, you
point, I
give
think
stuff
it's not
up
the
to
car
you.
you're driving;
You
it's
put it in
how
mine,
you're
innit?
driving it off road.
good.
If you have
Do you need no football?
if you've got an off road vehicle, send it, right? But I think you should be able to drive off road if you're in a sports car, like a
What's
BMW
up?
M3 or something.
Do
As
you
long
need
as
an
you're not
outfit bag or anything?
sending it and you're driving how you would
Bro,
drive a
I've
car
got
off
the
road.
meeting on in my ears. I can barely hear.
Then do you feel where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you need an outfit bag?
So that's
No, I'm all good.
that's
Appreciate it
it,
though.
I think.
Because
I
I
can't
got a
remember the other
shitload.
point I was gonna make.
Some,
Fair enough.
I accidentally bought a shitload earlier.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks for
Got
having me
you.
on, gang.
Alright.
Also, Cammy, you
In a
said
bit.
comment.
Hey guys.
Hi, Billy.
Oh,
Hi,
hello,
Billy.
Dennis. You know the how the community engages with people, right? And you got the police and that. Why don't you do more events but ask the people instead of having an events team? to some sort of events you could do.
What do you mean?
So you've got right. So you've got an events team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you've
Oh,
got people in the community that want events. What?
There's literally a
There's
channel
a
called
channel.
Event
I didn't
Ideas.
see that. My bad, gang.
That's actually been there for like a year.
No, I haven't seen that. Don't pay attention to that shit. Anyway, you all think Cammy, you're a knob.
Yeah, good. You're
Hey,
banned.
what's up, Dennis?
He is banned.
Well, first of all, as I said in the chat, realistic force system. So when they do like a big jump and they're like in a car, like lower than SUV, their wheel will pop or like fall off.
Like car damage.
Yeah. And second bit, idea in my head, which like depends what car, what gang it is. We should like run a location of drugs. Like each gang will go to war for the drug location.
I mean, we have something coming in for gangs that probably I wouldn't bring anything like that kind of in just yet.
I mean, to be fair, we've already got gangs fighting over the labs anyway, so.
Gangs are gonna have like territories. So, if you sell drugs on another gang's territory, blah blah blah, push them for that.
Yeah, that's all. Okay, alright.
Right.
Bonjour.
Hello.
This guy's gonna
Hello.
yap. I'm going.
That I've turned my 200-page into just a few little bullet points, really. You know. So the first one, right? Have you ever? I don't know if it's been brought up before, but have you ever considered food decay in the city?
Yes.
Whereas
put it
like
to a
food
vote.
decays.
Took it to a vote. Everyone
meeting,
voted no.
No.
Our last meeting, it was spammed in the chat all the
Oh, was
whole
it?
meeting.
Yeah,
It was just
it-
one
Oh,
person
okay.
spamming it over and over again.
Yeah, so it did get taken to our community vote, and the community
I just
voted
thought,
no.
you know, you got businesses like Pizzeria and then the Bistro and all the sort of food businesses what's in the city. You know, like I've got a van load of like 100 pizzas, 100 slushies and munchie meals. I've got like a whole van just stacked full of it where it doesn't support that business very well if everyone's got vans worth of food just sitting there and not going back on a regular basis to the businesses to get
Yeah,
obviously
but the thing is,
more food.
going to a food establishment is about the RP. Like at the bistro, especially, like I love it when people come in and sit down and have a meal, and I'm the server. It's even if they're not hungry. Do you know what I mean? Like when you order like a 3-course meal, if you eat that food, you're gonna be at 100. But regardless, you just eat the food while you're there because it's RP. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I just thought like with like if people that have spent money on like businesses, like I think was there a Burger Shot or something, and all of
Yeah,
them where it was just like sat there stone dead every single day, whereas
Burger
it
Shot
would
got
make people have to
removed.
go. Yeah,
To be
just
honest,
using
the
that as
only
an
reason it was
example,
stone
but
dead is because the owner's now gone from the city.
yeah, so Pizzeria's never open either, though, is it?
The
Yeah,
Unless-
owner
unless
is on
it's
holiday.
opened.
Yeah.
Pizzeria's owner's on holiday.
I thought that only ever really got open for like an hour and then it got closed again. It gets posted up on the socials and then everyone
Food
goes
places
down,
only
tops up.
open if people ask for it to be opened.
There's
Yeah.
times, Mickey, where I've opened a bistro and sat there for 3 hours and no one's turned up. But
I used to sit at the pizzeria for days on end and no one used to come.
You know, well, that's like fucking midnight all over. Anyway, going on midnight.
go Jordan's Diner.
The
Everyone go
famous
Jordan's Diner.
conversation, which has always been spoken about, and I'll try one more, and that's Midnight used to have its unique selling point, which was a Stancy kit, which has not been in for over a month now, and that was like the sort of like why people would come to Midnight and everyone went to Benny's for their upgrades. That was like the two separations of both mech shops, whereas Midnight now has been static for quite some time with no sort of uniqueness about it to make people have to come. And I was wondering if there's a way that like we can introduce something again what
Theo
Midnight
is
has
working on something.
for Midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to
Right.
obviously replace that.
Because the suspension broke everybody's cars. I
Yeah.
don't know if you was in City when you saw it, Mickey, but everyone's
Yeah,
cars,
yeah,
how
as in,
there
yeah.
was, yeah, it was broken. Something
Yeah.
went wrong. Everything got broken.
Is there no way? Is there no way it can be an even playing field between the
Sorry,
two?
you.
And they
What do you
both
mean
could
by
just
that?
offer the same. Well, for an example, Midnight doesn't have window tints. Benny's has window tints. Midnight doesn't have upgrades on cars. Benny's does. Midnight can't offer. There's a few more like the number plates. Benny's does. Like there's so many things that Benny's can offer what Midnight hasn't got, and it's got to a point now, generally, where at the old Midnight we managed to turn it around and have it where Midnight was thriving and it was booming. But since it's gone down to that airport, we're there hours and hours. And like you've just said about Pizzeria, where you stood there for 3 hours with no one coming
I'll
through the
be
door,
honest.
we're the
I
same
think
with
it's
Midnight.
more of an interaction thing as well. Like, I can see people at Bernie's and they're not actually getting their cars repaired. They're just there for a chin wag with a max. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
numerous
cool.
times where I've went in and I've been to Bernie's 3 times in a row and the same people have been there. You know?
Yeah,
Which makes it
can
look
look at-
busier than it is,
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, I can tell you 70% of the reason why people don't go to Midnight and they choose Benny's, and that's as simple as the fact that it's a green zone and Midnight's not. And until that were to ever change, and you accepted
Yeah,
the
but
fact
that ain't
that
ever gonna ever change because when that got brought in, that was the rule that owner. You know, it's the same as any other whitelisted business. It's not a green zone. Like I mean,
player
any,
road.
player
the trouble
owned
it brings
business.
is like you've got people coming in robbing boots, you've got them handsing people in there, you got them shooting each other
Yeah,
like
but
mad, you got
then
them stabbing, stealing cars.
if I gave Midnight green zone, I'd have to give every player owned business green zone, and it'd be a shit show.
But I always got told when I had this conversation in the city in the past that like the reason behind it is because people will go in there to hide. Now I thought that Bible states that if something happens or and something happens outside of a green zone, it can be taken into the green zone.
It can, but most people will hide. Like I've saw people just chilling Benny's talking shit because they know nothing can be done there because it's a green zone. So if I make every player-owned business a green zone, it's gonna be shit talk for days. And then as soon as you walk outside, it's just gonna be even more of a shit show.
Like, but do you think it happens often enough to the point where it would be?
Yeah,
it would happen
100%.
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think especially at
100%.
places like Puff, for example, there's a lot of people that chill there. If that became a green zone, do you know? Yeah.
Inside, yeah, but I mean, the mech shop just like, it's got to a point now at midnight where the doors might as well just be closed and have one mech shop then, because no one's coming into midnight and when you ask them why, like when you speak to people, 9 times out of 10 it's because they just can't be asked for the fucking bullshit that midnight brings. People robbing your cars and stealing from your boot and handsing you and stabbing you and shooting you all fucking time. So it's got to a stage now where we're just sat there. It may as well just not be open and just have one mech shop in the city, because no one really goes there. The only time anyone's ever going to midnight now is if Benny's is closed.
I mean, I've been personally use midnight more than they use Benny's because it's closer. 9 times out of 10, I'll be honest, midnight is closed. Like everyone is
tires, I'm
unless-
reversing to
There has
midnight.
been a few times when I've drove there and it's always
yeah.
locked.
The thing
Yeah.
is though, Mickey, if you and Ferrero isn't in, midnight is always shut.
Yeah,
You know?
but we've got to find a balance, you see, because majority of the time it's pretty much really quiet. You could easily employ 10 people to go at midnight, but the trouble is 9 times out of 10 everyone stood there twiddling their asses because there's fucking no cars coming in. Back in the old midnight, you could employ 8 and keep them all active and busy and make it worth their time because they're actually making money. Whereas now, no one's making any money in there if you have any more than 3 mechs. So yeah, you can employ. I've had loads of people in the last week or so to asking for a job there. I could have said yeah to everyone and had about 15 people working there. Trouble is, no one will make money.
I don't think it's open as much as Benny's open.
I think it's a time zone
yeah.
thing. Like late at night, Mickey, me and you had this conversation the other day. I told you I went to midnight and there was no one there. I would say 50% of the time I tried to go to midnight to get my car fixed, it's not open. Do you know what I mean?
Bennett or midnight, sorry.
And midnight. So
Midnight.
50.
Yeah.
If I drive down from MM Block to midnight, it's closer to MM Block, right? So I drive down there. I get there. The doors are
In
locked.
reality, midnight's actually closer than Benny's is to everyone.
Yeah. We put that to the test, not literally the other day, just to see if like when because people have said in the past like, Benny's is closer than midnight, so we went to
So
pillbox and timed going
Benny's
to both.
will
5
be
seconds.
closer to blocks like TN1, you know, and stuff like that. But when it actually comes down to it, you have MM, GSF, Dinners, No Strict, 187, like they're all around the midnight area and actually aren't close to Benny's.
So, sorry, Mickey, I don't mean I know this is your point, but you have to remember midnight. I feel like was very, very dead because the workers just never open up. People then went to Benny's, and now everyone's just stuck at Benny's because people just assume that midnight's never gonna be open. Like, trust me, I get what you mean that you feel like it's kind of unfair, but I've called up plenty of times. I've said, yo, anyone at midnight, anyone at midnight, anyone at Benny's. No reply from midnight. People at Benny always reply. Like I always get reply, and it's out of my way to go to Benny's. It's like basically going up north. I might as well go to Sandy instead of going to Benny's.
Yeah, that's why I
Midnight
check the
is so much
services app
closer.
now on my phone, see if there's a midnight. And I had to ring up the other day and was like, listen, is anyone
You're
actually
just ringing.
working there, or are you just in
Yeah.
the city?
Exactly.
Like
Yeah,
before I, you know.
I've called up before and it just goes straight to like, not straight to voicemail. It takes like 30 seconds and goes to voicemail.
So the trouble Midnight has had over the past couple of weeks is like, I won't go into too much detail, but basically there was like, we looked at our emails and there was like 25 members working there, and at least half of them were gang members. So basically what was happening was like gangs will turn up in like with 3 cars, one person will get out and then just start repairing all the fucking gang cars and then piss off again. So we've had to strip it right back to basics and literally get rid of everyone, to the point now there's like 7 or 8 of us at most. So we got rid of all the gang members. So because it wasn't fair on people who like civs were working in midnight and not fixing the car, because all the cars that were coming in with no tires were all fucking gang members and working at midnight. So we had to strip it down basically. And we're at that stage now where it's like it was when we took it over last time. It's like
someone's robbing the fucking shop.
Basics of it and get
what's
rid of
that?
everyone, and then
Someone's
start
robbing
again.
the shop.
So that's probably the reason why at the
Do you
moment
know who?
you're probably finding the doors are always closed. is
No.
Because everyone
Do you know who he
who was
is?
working
Just go look at him in it. Go look.
got rid of. So
Just
we're
run
having to
over.
sort of start afresh.
Just run over in it. Don't be scared of him.
Your unique things will be brought back in once.
You go back and he's in here, bro. What are you doing? Don't get in a car. Just come over here. Walk over.
As horrible as it sounds, you know.
That's why. But yeah, the best way to make money is fucking probably construction role.
I'll be real with you, man. I'm fucking 12 grand in debt already, man. Like, I ain't got no money. I can't even buy myself a fucking spade or an axe or anything, man.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, bro. Construction's the best way to make it up.
Paid 40 grand.
Construction, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, then, bro.
Say I'm new around here, man.
Yeah. We just don't let people rob this place, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let me take your number down real quick. Take your number down real quick.
What's that?
Let me take your number down real quick.
I ain't even got a fucking mobile, man. I can't even
You
afford
ain't got a
one.
mobile.
Stay here.
Yeah, stay here. Go get one. Go get one. Go
This
get
is
one.
how
I got
bad
one, I
things
got
are,
one.
bro.
I'll get you one. We'll get one.
Trust
Get
me.
one. There you go.
Oh, you got one.
Handed one.
Yeah.
Dropped
Yo, what's happening, brother? You
yeah.
okay?
Yeah, shit's bad for me at the minute, mate.
Bonnie's giving me a message. He's saying,
You go, bro?
can the green zone be
Yeah, I was just having some issues.
Alright, let me send you a number real quick and I need some of yours.
I reckon that's a very
Block.
good idea. That's the best thing I've heard all week.
I'll see you there.
Just
Alright,
set your phone up
shoot
real
a second,
quick.
bro.
Got drugs to sell?
Well, got any drugs, did you say?
Yes, mate.
Nah, not right now, not right now.
To an actual shop though, like because it's just fucking, it's just an absolute fucking madhouse, isn't it?
So then I'm gonna have other business owners saying, well, if he
Yeah,
can
there you
I
go,
got it.
Carl, yeah? Nice
Yeah.
one, mate.
Appreciate it.
Come on. Bless.
Need anything? Just let us know, innit?
Come on.
In a bit.
Sound lads.
Yeah, but this is the thing.
I think it makes for an even playing field, doesn't it? I mean, Benny's will always have the upper hand, and it's just like you're always fighting against the fact that people will just go there just for that reason.
Yeah, but Benny's is also then employed by the government, and when they brought in the met shop, we specifically said that to him. You know, we didn't have to bring in.
What's your thoughts on Evo?
It was took to him. And he knew
It's
from
class,
there
but the guy said he doesn't want to do it now.
Yeah, I'm about to say, bro, that's I'd bite their hand off for that deal, I'll be real.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna go and get it. I said, "Where you at?" And he said, "Oh, my friends don't want me to sell it."
Right. Okay. So it can never, ever be a fair playing field between Benny's and Midnight.
Yeah, I could see that guy was new straight away. That's why I went over without anything on me as well.
Yeah, that's what I said, bro. But what's it called? Phil was like, you should go over there. I was like, yeah, bro, just go back in it. But I didn't realise it's someone new.
I was straight in it. I didn't want to hand him or nothing. I just said to him like, don't do it again. He said he can't do it though. So I mean, somebody's recently robbed it, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it just means someone's recently robbed a store in general, not just that one.
Oh, is it?
So it could be, and all stores have a cooldown of half an hour on them, and specific stores are an hour, I think.
Yeah,
so
did you know you could like rob the bank tills?
No.
Yeah, me and who was it? Me and Brutus. We went into a Fleeca bank up Grapeseed Way, Sandy Way.
Yeah.
And fucking Brutus shot at the guy at the till, like at the window, and it said 83 minutes.
Oh, I think that's like an actual. I think you're actually robbing the bank when you do that. Like
Is
the
it?
back. Yeah, yeah.
But
I
I
mean,
just told him
listen.
83 minutes and he could do
Yeah,
it.
I'd say, listen, you know, we could always get into them soon, you know.
I just think guys won't say that, man.
I mean, you know what we've got in storage in it, so we've got new
Yeah.
stuff.
Well,
We're good
I'd
to
be
run
happy
that.
to try that.
So if I was good to run them and just mess around with
Oh,
them, you don't have to get
by the
away.
way, what's happening with Tom?
Yeah.
Still, I'd say we need to talk to you properly about it. We need to talk to Bella about it. But it's kind of down
Yeah,
to
you
like,
and Bella are the two most like.
yeah, two who might have issues with him. That's all. And by issues, I
Well,
mean like you know,
well,
might have.
I like Tom.
Yeah, I mean I like Tom too, but like you know, and the dad did still blood him out. I still had issues with him.
Yeah,
with certain
exactly.
things.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, when you try and do good
Don't
RP
talk
in
to
there,
me right
you
now,
try
or?
and like
Steve
Oh,
can
so
real
you
quick
a
if you want,
fucking
honestly.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's him.
Sorry?
I'll say, Steve, you want to talk to him about it real quick and then just give me, you know, what his opinion is. I'll be
Yeah,
honest,
yeah.
I'm still listening to the meeting, but currently it's just Benny's versus Midnight debate. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I
once
think
you're once you're done
we
with
bring
that,
our stance back. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
once you're done with that, should we go and take a look at lab? I want to see what the weed lab is like.
Can do, but remember my eyes are open, so wait for a little bit in it. Don't say what
yeah,
lab,
yeah,
don't say
yeah,
what lab or anything. Yeah.
Right, 2 days are closed, obviously. Okay.
Yeah, easy.
Right, come on, Baron.
Right, in a bit.
Come on, Baron.
I'm not gonna lie though, if you're talking about RP, I think having it not as a green zone, it brings much more RP than having it as a green zone. Because currently at Benny's, people just wait outside. There's no RP.
Yeah.
done. You can
Like,
RP.
as soon as you leave Benny's, you're getting chased down, and that's it. Like, again, in reality, Benny should be telling people to rack their guns as well. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
We tried to
as
do
I
the
said,
mask implement. We
just-
tried to do it with masks as well, but they don't fucking listen.
You're not allowed to take your masks off, though.
Not gang-related masks, but you know, you get these daft ones where they run around like Freddy Krueger and that.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, gangs physically,
Yeah, they
that
were-
would be a no, because they're physically not allowed to take their masks off.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, if that can't be the yeah, well, I thought I'd just bring it up anyway. The whole green zone scenario, but yeah, it's it'll always be.
By the way, there's a
an
gang
issue
keeps,
without it.
circling the
But
block,
it's one of
by
them.
the
I
way.
suppose we've got to fucking deal with
Is
it.
it?
Yeah, I mean, listen,
Um,
if you need, like, MM up the road from you.
Yeah. It's the stupid like purple Lambo, bro. Keep an eye. Keep an eye. on
Ballers.
that. Yeah, I know it is. I know who it is. They've already tried robbing my car a few times. Just make sure your car's locked, innit? Like, this one's locked. The other one's locked. Just keep an eye on them, innit? Don't have to do anything.
Yeah,
Just say
yeah.
anything. I'll wear it
No.
at the end of the day.
The more they want to actually go in and interact. Like, I drive down to Midnight sometimes just to see if there's anyone in there to talk to.
What you should start doing is
I'll be honest, hearing that Bugatti with a Evo engine throws me off so much.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, they stopped. They're on the phone up.
Yeah, flipping you.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Like so, like you know that. So it's always going to be a losing battle with Midnight because Benny's will always have that. It will always have that, and we never, by the sounds of it, will. So it's like it's difficult because you lose half, especially civs, especially people that ain't in gangs. They're not gonna want to go to fucking midnight. They're gonna want to go to Benny's and just go and get their car fixed, no hassles, get it fixed, fuck off, and then that's them. Whereas
Yeah, don't ever feel like, especially if it's giving you shit in midnight, don't ever feel like you can't come to me, because I don't think people realise the amount of shit I actually give my gang members. Like, don't just get to run around in. It might seem like it, but I actually am like a fucking mum. Like, these are literally like 14 of my kids, mate. I am forever shouting at these motherfuckers, mate. But I swear I am forever shouting at these motherfuckers.
Not the girls though, it's just the boys.
Yeah, somebody gets shouted at the most, to be fair, yeah. But
so yeah, that's basically that. Yeah, the only other thing I was going to say, well, there were two things, but fucking wrap it up. Basically, the phone you mentioned, I think you mentioned it before, them about where it's showing that they're on duty but they're not. I've had quite a lot of people over the last day or two saying that they've been to Benny's because it's showing on the phone that they're there.
yeah,
But
so
when they're
that's
showing up, they're not.
as that, because that's at a Gulf Road. Then I didn't know that was happening, so I'll personally go in. I'll speak to them, and if they get caught doing that, they'll just end up probably getting sacked. To be fair, because you should, if you're not on duty, you're not on duty,
Yeah.
Unless you're like waiting for a call.
Yeah.
Like if you want to be like ready there to go back to Benny's to fix a car for someone, then you can. But just sit there and not answer the phone. That's just that's fucked.
Yeah, I think it's showing that they're on duty, but when people are turning up, they're not. Then no one's in there, so they're driving to midnight. And they told me a few people have drove in recently, and said that they've gone in and no one's there. But when you look on the phone, it's saying that there should be someone there. If you know what I mean. I don't know if it was like a bug in the phone thing or whatever.
It might just be like with EMS. You can technically go off duty, but as long as you're in city, you still will receive EMS calls.
Hello, darling.
And you're still technically clocked in as
okay.
EMS. I don't know if it's the same type of bug. Obviously, on the phone that they have, it's like with the old mech thing. When you could go in and pay 25k to repair your car, like when there was no mechs in. Even if there was a mech in and they wasn't on duty, it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it's a bug where you can't go off duty or if it doesn't show properly or something.
Yeah, so that might be something that we have to look at, but I could probably speak to Keo about it and see maybe if we put a rule in place where you're not allowed to take C3s into mech shops.
Just anything would be good, just to bring back the sort of like RP of it, because like I say, it's just fucking mad when you get people in. It can be just a bit of a shit show, yeah. Like, everyone's running around with fucking knives and stabbing each other, and yeah, it's just all a bit mad. And it puts the reason. Look, I find the entertainment value, yeah, it brings that. It makes it a bit of a laugh, but in regards to bringing people in, when a car's pulling in and they're just watching people running around fucking stabbing each other and that in a mech shop, well, like, fuck this place. They probably won't see him
I
again.
could maybe make it where you can't bring class 3s in, but that wouldn't stop them obviously from stabbing, or that would then be down to you guys to be like, you know what, fuck off,
Yeah.
I could
we'll have to get a solid rule system in place then, by the sound of it, and see if it works. But
yeah.
And we're only down the road. Ring us if you need something, mate. We'll come.
Now we got fucking on the case. We got them behind us. We'll be all right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Ferrero as well gets on with most people in the city, so he gets on with most gangs as well. So even if he needed to call no strict or any gang, if you need someone, if it's just a bunch of civs being dickheads, just call them and say, yo, can you come down? Just basically tell them to fuck off. Because most civs are going to see a shit ton of gang members and leave anyway. Yeah.
Sounds good, right? I'll get writing the rules. Get the rule book out, yeah.
No problem.
All right, see you later. Ta-da.
Bye. Right, we have one left.
Let me just make one point. It's a very quick point. On behalf of Addy, I don't know if he wants me to say this here or not, but he's been trying to do it since he was in City. The Hood Olympics.
The what?
Hood Olympics, where it's like like it's like BM, but instead of just shooting, it's a variety of things like fist fight, driving, shooting, and then there'll be other shit as well.
Yeah, he spoke to me about it, but he never actually did it.
I think he was waiting on other people, so I'm seeing.
I think he asked me about it.
Yeah, I gave him the go ahead.
Okay. All right.
I did give him the go ahead because he added me to the little thing.
All right. No worries. All right. Thank you guys. Good night.
Bye.
He's still listening to the meeting.
Right, we're having the last person because we've been at this for nearly.
Right, so to stop all the beef with the guns, why don't you do what you do when you run into pillbox? It disables weapons.
Yeah, but that's just the same as a green zone, Jordan.
Yeah, but still not make it a green zone, but you're just disabling the weapon temporarily until they get outside. Because it will
still a
only
green
that's the
zone,
only
Jordan.
way for people to stop hitting or taking out a bat or a weapon because
But it's
they're
still a
not going to
green
fucking
zone,
listen.
Jordan.
It definitely made a gaming Bowie.
Well, it's the only way that they're going to
Yeah,
try
but
it to
the
see.
thing is, though, it is listenable. People will listen because people don't pull up to the block guns out. Like, it's very rarely
Because
like
they
people.
don't have serious balls to do it.
Well, there you go then.
But you can see where I'm trying to come from. Trial it, and then
Yeah,
it,
I can.
settles down.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my bad, Molly. We'll just send Molly to sound at midnight. It'll be fine, mate. But no, I can't do that.
That's okay. I thought it was just a thought.
No, I get it, and thank you, but you can't.
Perfect. That's everything.
We just said midnight's a green zone.
No.
Oh, that's what you said.
I just think it's in. Yeah, like if you're there, just hire a gang. Don't even hire them, just ask them. Most people get on with midnight workers, you know? Listen, Subby ain't gonna mind coming to stand outside them doors, taxing class 3s as they come in midnight.
Ain't no way I got sidetracked on TikTok 25 minutes downstairs and we're still
That's
here.
crazy, bro. I think that's it though. We're gonna wrap it up 'cause this is like nearly 2
This has
hours.
been 2 hours, yeah.
2 hours, I am.
It's been over 2 hours.
Yeah, I get that, Barn, but you're not. It's not really interfering with saves. You're helping out your local business. You know, like.
Yeah, but then everyone's going to use that as a grey zone and just go shoot people and be like, "Oh, we were helping midnight, we were helping."
No, because I'm not saying go shoot people. 9 times out of 10, when people see a shit ton of gang members turn up, they leave.
It's just intimidation. It's
Yeah,
not.
it's just basically just helping out your metro.
We vote on shooting from cars, and it's not going to happen, Cole.
Literally, latterly, like I saw people do it in Bernie's. Like I see people standing in Bernie's all the time saying you can't do that shit. You know, they could do the exact same for midnight.
It happened at Pillbox as well.
Yeah, like it happens
To the point
everywhere.
where
So
Merriweather had to step in.
There's no point where it shouldn't be happening at midnight.
Also, Ferrero did give me a 20k discount on getting all my cars repaired, so.
Listen, but like I said, personally, I'd rather use midnight. It's
If
bigger,
Ted's
it's
around,
closer.
nah, if Ted's around, I'm going Benny's. I get my car repaired for free because I just rob him. What's he gonna do? It's Ted.
Sometimes you just gotta shout for it, you know? You've got to put your big panties on and just scream. That's what I do anyway.
Well, we'll get some people getting bored of the meeting because we've lost 40 people.
Well, yeah, it's been 2 hours. But yeah.
Knife event tonight. Oh god. Midnight.
Oh shit. Mickey.
Free for all, yeah. What is it? What Royal Rumble? That's the one.
But yeah, I think that's all for now. Is that on him?
Go vote for the theme park DLC in community voting.
Oh.
Vote no.
Oh,
Can
yes.
an admin grab DJ's car as well? I don't know why you've been waiting that long. Right.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Meeting concluded.
Thank you for coming and your ideas and the whole 2 hours worth of conversations. Q, suck my dick. Yeah.
Good night. God bless.
Bye, guys.
Bye.